That was a statement game by the Spurs.
Spurs on their longest winning streak since the 2015-16 season. That's it. Tim Duncan was still a Spur. Wow. That was his final season.
Wow.
So the officials tonight, we got the Duke. It was the Duke. Ed Malloy is the lead official.
Oh, Jimmy Stewart's going to be here tonight. We're going to get a little Jimmy Stewart from you tonight.
Mr. Potter. The left-hander, Andy Nagy, along with former net Leon Wood, the officials here tonight.
Left-hander.
Wembanyama against Claxton. Both holding their hands up. Wembanyama, his wrist is higher than Claxton's hand.
It looks like the highest high five I've ever seen in my life right now.
Yeah. Ed Malloy's pretty tall himself. Needs a ladder.
That was the most awkward jump ball in the history of mankind.
Yeah, both guys kind of got it on the way up. Andy Nagy is going to say a re-jump.
A do-over. They jump with their hands extended up. It's interesting.
Yeah, no time has come off the clock. Ed Malloy said, let's everybody get set in here now.
Yeah, Jimmy Stewart.
All right, ball in the air. Wembanyama wins it back. We're underway. Spurs in the gray with the black letters and numbers. Nets are in black with the white letters and numbers. On TV, it looks like you have to adjust your TV sets, all black and white. Backdoor, Wemby finding Castle and a two-hand slam. And Victor Wembanyama, who averages nearly 3 assists a game with a beautiful pass to McCutcheon Castle.
Well, you're going to get so much attention, you turn your back, and Castle was gone to the basket.
Now Noah Clowney hands it off left. Porter charging into Wemby, and he turns it away, and he turned it over. Ahead now, Fox on the move. To Champagnie in the corner for three. Off to the left, no good. And the Nets come up with a rebound. Already you saw the first possession. Porter gave up a shot because Wembanyama was looming.
No stat for that, right? No, There's no stat for that, the intimidation factor.
Traore out of the right wing. Working toward his fellow Frenchman. Puts up a jumper in the lane, and it's good. So Traore gives the Nets first bucket of the game. It's 2-2.
Well, if Wembanyama's going to be back on the high screen action, that middle shot, that mid-range shot's going to be open for Traore.
Fox works left down the lane, kick to the corner. Champagnie, Vassell up top now to Castle. Back to Vassell, left side three, and it's good for Devin Vassell, a 36% three-point shooter.
Yeah, you got to guard him, but Castle you can play off a bit. He's only about 30%. Got to know who you're guarding.
Porter finds Claxton top of the key. Hands back Gilman, circling, gives left. Traore on the wing, a three, and it's good. And Golden Traore with all 5 net points.
Excellent job giving it up and not hesitating. Shot that in rhythm.
Game tied at 5, 10-19 to go. Down the lane, Champagnie to the rim at a two-hand slam.
Yegor Gilman's been burned twice now. A little back cuts, easy layups.
Nets to the front court, Porter gives the high post to Claxton. Played off by Wembanyama. Hand back Porter. Right wing three. Off to the left. No good. Bounds out of play. Porter has been inefficient with his three-pointer lately. In fact, the last 2 games, he's a combined 0 for 7 from 3 in the fourth quarter of the game.
It was good to see him scoring the other night, too.
Fox working in the paint, kicking on the wing to Wembanyama. The corner to Castle for 3. It's in and out, no good from Stephon Castle, who you mentioned shoots at just 30%.
Yeah, he's a great player, though. I mean, he's got a brilliant future.
He was the 4th pick in the draft a couple of years ago. Porter out of the lane, jumper won't fall, rebounded by San Antonio. They lead 7-5, 9.5 to go in the first. Castle, kick it up top. Vassell out of the right. Wemby, he'll shoot a three. No good. Rebounded by Porter.
Hey, you'll take that from him. He's a good three-point shooter, but it's a lot better than having him at the rim.
Yeah, 35% on the year. 1 for 6 last night. And admittedly, a poor game for him. One of only 3 games this year. He didn't score 20 points. Gilman out of the right wing. Gilman to the baseline. Tried to squeeze it through 2 defenders. It was kicked by Wembanyama. Reset the shot clock to 14. Nets will get it out of bounds.
Analytics, you got to throw that out the window when you go against Wembanyama. The mid-range shot, because he usually plays back on the high ball screen, is where you got to make the pull-up game's got to be there.
Or make threes.
But that allows him to stay closer to three-point shooters because he's in a drop.
Clowney tried to throw it to the back door to Porter, hit off the rim, and Wembanyama falling down, got the rebound, shoveled it ahead of Castle. Castle in the front court, runs into Clowney, and a foul on Noah Clowney. Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, De'Aaron Fox. They all kind of wear their hair up top.
Yeah. A little,
They call them like the Pineapple
Express.
Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
Then we got the centers, Wembanyama and Cornette, a little French vanilla.
Oh, yeah.
What they call that.
Very clever.
Not a good nickname, team. Castle at the line. Free throw is good for Stephon Castle. You know, Castle was the 4th pick overall. De'Aaron Fox, they got a trade from Sacramento. He was a 5th pick overall. Wemby, of course, the number 1 overall pick. Dylan Harper, who hasn't had as much playing time, but he's a 2nd pick overall, and that's a lot of top 5 picks out there.
I tell you what, if Dylan Harper were on a different team, we'll talk about that later, but if he were on a team that didn't have so many guards.
Traore, blow by, going to the rim, missed the driving layup, but cleaned up and put in by Nick Claxton.
Yeah, but he made Wemby commit, and he got it up on the backboard for Claxton to clean it up.
Other end, Vassell, right corner 3, and it's good for Devin Vassell.
Quick answer, running to the corner, huh?
12-7 San Antonio, 8:25 to go. We're in the first. Yeoman had it poked out of his hand, scooped up by Champagnie. Chest pass ahead to Castle, ahead of the defense. A dunk with 2 hands is good, and he got fouled by Traore.
That's what Castle yeoman does so well. He's an elite defender. Yeoman thought he beat him, and he flicked it from behind, and then got rewarded for the dunk.
Castle, the rookie of the year last year. Prior to that, the Big East freshman of the year in his 1 year at UConn. Averaging over 16 points a game, had 13 last night. Averaged nearly 9 assists per game. Just 21 years old, Georgia native. Makes the free throw, completes a 3-point play. Spurs a 15-7 lead. 8:18 to go, first quarter here in Brooklyn.
You feel like the Nets are playing decent. It's 15-7 already. Wow.
Traore out of the right wing. Driving right under the basket, hands to Claxton, and got blocked and fouled by Victor Wembanyama.
Traore's doing a good job getting where he wants to go so far in this game. Screens up top will be really, really important to get Castle or Vassell off of him. They're very physical defenders, and again, Wembanyama is in a drop defense. Like owns the paint, but it's back. If you can get a good screen, that mid-range shot will be open.
Claxton makes the first free throw. Chance you could see down the road a pick and roll combination of Traore and Wembanyama with the French national team.
Wow.
I think Traore is arcing toward that role, perhaps.
Yeah, team is so good, right? I mean,
good.
France is loaded, and it'd be great the way he's progressing. You feel like he could be there.
Top of the key, Champagnie. He'll shoot a 3, and he rattles it in. The pride of Bishop Lachlan right down the road. 18-9, Spurs, 7:48 to go in the first quarter.
Knocking down shots early are the Spurs, not something they're great at.
Traore left in the lane against Fox. He'll back it out now to Clowney. Clowney working in the paint with a runner, no good. Rebounded, though, by Claxton. Runs into Wembanyama, lost the ball, but it rolls out to Porter. That's still with it, 9 to shoot. Porter working his way to the paint. Step through on Wemby, who blocked it, but he got fouled. That'll be the second on Wembanyama. Or did they not give him the first one?
Yeah, I want to make sure on that. I don't think that first one was a foul on him. We've got to confirm.
Yeah, so it's the first on Wembanyama.
Got to throw off timing, and that's what Porter did right there. He kind of went in, did the Euro step, but then he delayed. It was a Euro delay step.
Free throw rolls in for Porter.
Almost like if I were doing a Euro step. That's how slow he did.
Naturally, slow-mo.
So, yes.
Free throw by Porter is good. I was at a restaurant in my town, and a waiter was telling me he goes, I waited on an NBA player. I don't know his name, but his nickname was Slow-Mo.
No, get out. Yeah.
So,
that's right.
Kyle Anderson.
Yeah.
Wemby working inside, fouled by Claxton. I asked him, did he take a long time to order?
Was he slow going from fork to food to mouth?
Busboy kept going to take his plate, thinking he was done.
No.
Wembanyama at the line. Wemby, a good free throw shooter, too. 81%, makes the first.
Got to credit Wembanyama, I think, with changing the All-Star game. I thought that his attitude and approach in that first 5 minutes made everybody say, whoa, we're going to have to play.
He set the tone.
Yeah, that's pretty good to set the tone.
Yeah, I don't know if he's changed it forever.
No,
Free throw is good, but he certainly set the tone on a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
that night. That's what it is. You gotta somehow get their competitive juices going. I thought the younger U.S. team and the more veteran U.S. team also wanted to go at each other a little bit.
It was great, but I thought it all began with Wembanyama's approach.
Traore out of the right wing, working against Harper, who's in. Trying to go backdoor, does to a cutting. Porter rejected at the rim by Wembanyama. Porter upset the other got fouled. There was no call. On the other end, Wemby has it top of the arc. Kick to the right wing. Castle a three. Short, no good. Champagnie with a rebound. Back to Wemby. And he had it blocked by Clowney, but it comes right to the Spurs as Castle's got it left of the lane. Castle stepped through, got in the air, out to Wemby. He'll shoot a three. No good off the side of the rim. Rebounds his own miss in the corner, but he stepped out of bounds.
The other night against the Mavericks, Nets didn't set the tone defensively, and not all around, but not in rebounding the basketball. They got to make sure that they don't allow second chance opportunities.
Timeout, 6:26 to go. First quarter in Brooklyn. Spurs 20 and the Nets 11 on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
It's Dunkin's world and you're living in it, which means breakfast is easy and costs $5 with Dunkin's $5 meal deal. You get 6 crispy hash browns, a wake-up wrap, and a medium hot or iced coffee. Whatever your mood calls for. Bring your friend, your brother, your mother, your cousin, or just bring yourself. Because at Dunkin', they make deals for everyone. Get Dunkin's $5 meal deal only at Dunkin'. No substitutions. Participation and times may vary. Offer price varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Gold prices are soaring, and silver is near an all-time high. If you want to get cash in your hands, then go to the Estates Roadshow. They are buying gold and silver, old rings, chains, even broken jewelry. The Estates Roadshow is happening Monday through Friday in Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, and Kenilworth at the Kenilworth Hotel, and Friday through Tuesday at TMT Cash for Gold locations in Old Bridge on Route 9 South or in Toms River on the corner of Route 37 and Hooper Avenue, just off the Garden State. More info, visit estatesroadshow.com.
Hi, it's Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a very happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And while that's not an easy thing for me to achieve, my friends at CertaPro Painters had no such problems. Big jobs, small jobs, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
Hey, this is Dayron Sharp, and you listen to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the free Odyssey app.
Well, nothing compares to experiencing Nets basketball in person. You get it when you get here. 2026-27 Nets season ticket memberships are on sale now. Explore plans. Go to brooklynnets.com or Ticketmaster. 6:26 to go. First quarter here in Brooklyn. Spurs a 20-11 lead over the Nets.
Showing some early offense are the San Antonio Spurs. They're mixing their game. They had some clever plays at the rim. They've mixed in knocking down some three-point shots. They've been able to push the pace. Nets can't wait to play defense. They have to play it immediately. Certainly against Dallas Mavericks the other night. 74 first half points. And you give up 47 in the second, and you're making a run at the game. You've got to come out with that approach. I have liked the way Traore's been able to probe in the paint in the early going. See if he can keep it going. Dylan Harper can really guard.
Good alliteration from you as well.
What's that? Probe in the paint. Nice.
Here's Traore up top.
Thank you for that.
Guarded by Dylan Harper. Finds Porter, top of the key jumper. Off the heel, no good. And the rebound taken to the run by Vassell. Keldon Johnson is also checked in the game. Right corner Harper over to Johnson. Up top Wembanyama. Gives left to Castle. Nice fake, drives baseline underneath with a reverse. No good, but he got fouled by Noah Clowney.
Yeah, but that's just too easy, right? I mean, they swing the ball around. He gives a jab step and just had a clear path to the basket. Guard the ball. Begins with just guarding the ball and being able to contain it. Guard your yard.
Stephon Castle won a national championship with UConn. Started that journey right here in Brooklyn in the NCAA tournament. First 2 rounds as he makes the free throw.
You broadcast that game?
I did. And he won he was one of the all-regional team and all-Final Four team that year.
But I thought he mixed in well with that UConn team. He's you know what I mean? He wasn't a guy that looked to own the ball.
No, I mean, he wasn't the guy. I mean, what's his name? The big guy. The center had all the attention, and then you had Tristan Newton. Yeah, Klingon. And then Tristan Newton was kind of the star leader of that team. But you knew Castle was the best pro. He ended up being the 4th pick.
And he sure is.
Here's Traore up top, working against Harper. Drives him left of the lane. Spinning shot won't go. Rebound taken to the run by Vassell. Ahead to Castle. On the move into the front court. Back it up top. Vassell. The foul line to Harper. Around the horn to Castle. Back to Harper straight on. Jab step. Moves it right. Gets it back. Harper. 10 to shoot. Against Claxton to the foul line. Out top Castle. Circles into the paint. Going right to the rim. Missed the driving layup. Traore with a rebound. Powell in the game now as well. He gets it. Drake holding. Claxton wants it against Vassell. They work it around the left. Porter will shoot a 3. Airballed it. Out of bounds.
Yeah, Claxton is saying, I don't get to have somebody small on me that often. Victor Wembanyama was trailing behind the plate. Get me a touch at the basket. Never saw the ball.
Michael Porter 0 for 5 from the floor. Harrison Barnes checks into the game for San Antonio. Good veteran pickup. Danny Wolf will check in now for the Nets with Day'Ron Sharpe, along with Traore, Porter, and Powell. Harrison Barnes in his 14th season. 2nd full season with San Antonio. Harper is to Cornette, who's in the game, replacing Wembanyama. Castle on the left side, 8 to shoot. Drives it left to the baseline, cut off by Sharpe. Pass over to the right wing. Barnes a 3. Off the heel, no good. And rebounded by Sharpe, but he couldn't. He just batted it before it was going out of bounds to Porter. Nets able to save possession. Traore in the front court. Nets down 22-11. Traore to drive it to Cornette. Missed the shot. Sharpe able to get the offensive rebound. Finds a cutting. Porter with a 2-hand slam.
Good feel by Sharpe that time. Didn't just force it into Cornette. Dropped it off.
22-13 San Antonio. 4:15 to go in the first. Harper out of the right wing. Drives right, cut off by Powell. A couple of spins into a leaner, and it rimmed out, no good. Rebounded by Brooklyn. Wolf up the right wing. Danny working left to the elbow. Hands back. Porter to the right elbow. Jumper off to the left, no good. Keldon Johnson with a rebound for San Antonio. Spurs a 22-13 lead. 3:50 to go in the first. Stephon Castle veering right. Back left for Barnes. Dribble drive to the baseline. Cut off. Finds Cornette. Back it out. Castle around to Harper. The lefty shoots a 3, and he missed everything. Rebounded by Brooklyn. Porter on the move. Porter had it poked loose from behind by Keldon Johnson. Spurs come up with it. Harper ahead to Castle. Bumping with Traore. Feeds Johnson. And before the shot, a foul is going to be called against Nolan Traore. Or no. Get it on Drake Powell. With 3:29 to go in the first, 22-13 San Antonio.
Well, an issue for the Nets in the early going is live ball turnovers, right? I mean, Castle's going to go to the line right now for 2 free throws. They've turned it over 4 times. All have been live ball steals. A lot of tips from behind. Got a great defensive coach in Sean Sweeney, don't they? I mean, he's got such a reputation around the NBA. The Spurs are able to get him from the Mavericks.
Free throw is good by Stephon Castle. There had been some talk in Dallas that Jason Kidd would move upstairs, president of basketball, and you would think that what he thinks of a guy like Sean Sweeney, that'd be one of those guys you think would come and replace him. If that were to happen, free throw is good by Stephon Castle. They established a really tight bond, but Sean had a good opportunity to come to San Antonio, be a number one assistant.
Yeah, Swain is he's one of those guys, though. If you get talked about a lot, your next stage, he's been interviewing a lot, he'll get a job.
Sharp, right of the lane. Goes in the paint with a left hook, and it rolls in for Day'Ron Sharpe.
And remember what Dorian Finney-Smith told us about Sean Swain? He said, he's like the best coach I've ever had.
And of course, Dallas had a number of veteran coaches, so Sean coming to San Antonio where he could be the lead assistant. Castle to the baseline with a fall away, and it's good for Stephon Castle. And the Spurs back up by 11.
Well, and Castle has been dominant here in the early going.
13 for Castle. We get a timeout with 2:51 to go in the first. Spurs 26, Nets 15 on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
Nets fans, when decided to take a charter bus, there's only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel has the highest level of charter bus service in New York City. Has been servicing New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 30 years. They offer premium customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate travel experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call them at 212-206-6974.
Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means playing in a football game.
Boom! 42!
You're going down, Doug!
Oh, yeah? Your price on car insurance when you customize and save is going down.
Hey!
Limu? What are you doing on their team? Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Brooklyn, how you feeling? Don't get benched by illness or injury. Book at-home urgent care at DocGoNow.com. DocGo On Demand is in-network with major insurance plans, bringing you the same high-quality medical care as a walk-in clinic at about the same cost. When your home team needs an assist, book an on-demand house call at DocGoNow.com. DocGo On Demand, urgent care reinvented. This message is sponsored by Ambulance by DocGo, the official ambulance service of the Brooklyn Nets, New York Liberty, and Barclays Center.
What's up, y'all? It's Nick Claxton checking in, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM and the free Odyssey app.
Spurs a 26-15 lead, 2:51 to go in the first quarter. 13 for Stephon Castle, leading San Antonio.
You know what the thing about Castle is I've never not seen him play incredibly hard. Right, and just his energy. Second game of a back-to-back right here. His body is on fire right now. He is flying around the floor. And, I always say playing hard is a skill. He has come out and set a real tone.
A game earlier this month in Dallas on February 7th, he had 40 points, 12 assists, and 12 rebounds. Just the second San Antonio Spurs player with a 40-point triple-double, the other being the Admiral, David Robinson. He was the first player under 38 minutes in NBA history with those numbers.
Wow.
And the youngest ever to have a 40-12-12 game. Was the Western Conference Player of the Week that week. Sharpe working into Kornet. Got fouled. The layup good, and a foul is called as Sharpe taking advantage of Luke Kornet in there and not Victor Wembanyama.
And while Kornet is a very, very good defender also, and Sharpe did well as he came across the lane going left. Landed on 2 feet, gave the pump fake, then went up and under with physicality into the body of Kornet. As he was coming down, he ended up going up, and he was able to finish, and he finishes a three-point play.
Wemby's listed at 7'4", Kornet at 7'1", but Wemby just looks so much taller.
Yeah,
because he's so skinny, man. Kornet, top of the key, we get a reach and a foul. Go against Zaire Williams, who just checked into the game.
They say he's kind of,
bigger than 7'4".
Yeah, kind of lies.
Wemby?
You know how I lie up on my age so people tell me I look good? He lies down on his height, just so whatever.
Well, remember, Kevin Garnett never wanted to be 7 foot.
Yeah, right.
He was 6'11", but everybody knew he was like 7'1".
Cornette got me fired up today as I was watching because there's an Instagram thing of him wearing a robe to the game. But it was a Chrome Hearts, a bathrobe.
Oh, really?
But it was a Chrome Hearts, and he said it was a gift from Stefan Castle, who then had a Chrome Hearts hat on. And we all know that's
and
our...
of course, your buddy, Richard Stark.
Your friend, too.
Makes the second free throw. Yeah, we had a nice little breakfast with him out in L.A.
Yeah, no, but I just...
He's a big deal. You would get a lot of credit if everybody knew you were Richard Stark's childhood friend.
No.
They might want free stuff.
No, I don't get that. Well,
Here's
I want to ask.
Working right down the lane. Feeds Sharp with a two-hand slam.
Nice job by Abaji.
28-20 San Antonio. 2:09 to go here in the first quarter. Harper across the midcourt line. Harper out of the right wing, trapped. Got in the air, gives it up, gets it back, moves it out top for Johnson. Keldon holds overhead. Barnes going to attack. Driving it right with a hook shot, no good. Tipped in by Luke Cornette.
That's what he does. He does a lot of little things well, Cornette, for you, and especially in this role coming off the bench. He takes pride in it, too. There's no problem coming off the bench. Little zone by the Spurs right now. That's got to identify it. What are they going to go with?
Out of the left side now, Powell. Back it up top. Abaji a three. No good. It was short. Rebounded by Harper. Front court Johnson. Give it up for Harper. Harper driving it right. Gets in the paint. Skips it over to Bryant. Carter Bryant, the rookie, airballs it from the left corner. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with San Antonio.
We talked about the Nets not having much, defensive identity lately, and I think Zaire Williams back out on the floor will help that cause.
He missed 2 games for personal reasons. Did not play in the game on Tuesday, but he was active. He is active and in there right now. Johnson spin out, baseline leaner, good. He banked it in, and a foul is called. Keldon Johnson.
He is an old school power player. I don't know if you call him a forward, a guard. He's put together, about 220 pounds, 6'6", elite rebounder. That time, a spin move and then power at the basket after contact.
This is a guy who averaged 22 a game a couple of years ago in the 22-23 season. And was on the Olympic team in Japan in 2021. Missed the free throw. They got it back. Bryant left wing three. No good. Rebounded by Sharp. And then Keldon Johnson's kind of settled into like a bench role where he's third most points off the bench in the NBA this year.
And that's how good they are right now, huh?
Powell going to take it left with a floater off the heel, got it back and put it in on the follow. Drake Powell following in his own miss.
And that was a great show of athleticism, right? He missed one and then hopped up right again, quicker than everybody.
32-22 San Antonio, 36 seconds to go in the first. Harper with a bump, a fadeaway in the lane, got hit on the wrist by Danny Wolf with a foul on Wolf.
Harper doesn't look like a rookie. He moves kind of like a guy that's been in the league for a while.
Well, his father, Ron Harper, played in the NBA. Out of Franklin Lakes, New Jersey, Don Bosco won a state title in 2024. Left-hander who played at Rutgers, makes the free throw.
Mom was his coach at periods of time in his life.
Second pick overall at Rutgers. And I thought, Cooper Flagg was a great player. He should have been the number 1 pick. But I would have thought Harper is going to be an all-star as well as he makes that second free throw.
Well, think about if he wasn't on such a good team that loaded with guards, though. He's averaging 11 a game. What would he be averaging on a weaker team?
Now in trouble, Danny Wolf goes to his knees, lost it out of bounds. He'll stay with Brooklyn.
Carter Bryant getting up into him.
The one thing on Harper that people didn't know if he'd be a consistent shooter, he's only 25% from 3 this year.
Have to wait and see. The guys improve often, but not everybody. Side out of bounds. Again, Spurs showing a little zone defense right now. That's got identified.
Inbound to Powell. Coming right to the foul line, down the lane. Kick it back out to Abaji. Abaji working right in the lane. Got the pass out to Powell. Right wing three. No good. Rebounded by Cornette.
Powell had a pull-up shot early in that possession. Again, the pull-up game is there for the Nets.
Final seconds of the first quarter. Harper stops at a dime. Elbow jumper is good for Dylan Harper with 2.7 seconds to go. Spurs take a 14-point lead. Powell didn't realize it. Gives the ball back to Wolf. A three-quarter court heave is no good. And Jordi Fernandez staring down Powell as he goes to the bench. Got to have more awareness than that. You got to know you got to shoot the ball. You're not even going to get charged with a field goal attempt. It's a free throw at the State Fair.
No, but he didn't have any idea that the clock was winding up.
1 quarter done here in Brooklyn. It's the Spurs 36 and the Nets 22. Back after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming in the Brooklyn Nets app.
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
If you're tired of dealing with dummies every time you shop for a car, I get it. All the games they play, the back and forth, it's brutal. Well, the team over at Route 22 Toyota seem to have it figured out. There are real people who have made the entire process of buying a car simple and that smart. Plus, they're easy to get to, right on Route 22 in Hillside, New Jersey, and they're always on the money with incredible deals on their huge selection of new and used Toyota. So remember, if you're tired of dealing with dummies, get over to Route 22 Toyota and experience the smart way to buy your next vehicle.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Hey, did you know Verizon Home Internet covers more homes with faster speeds across the country than any other provider? Now you can get award-winning Fios Internet for just $20 a month for 3 years. Switch today and enjoy savings you can count on. Verizon Home Internet consists of Fios and 5G Home. Availability varies. Comparison based on FCC BDS data of home internet providers with download speeds over 50 megabytes per second, June 2025. Limited time offer for eligible new customers. Fios $20 per month plan with auto pay, mobile phone plan, mobile plus home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee. Applies only to the then current base monthly rate for Fios. Additional terms may apply.
Hi, this is Noah Clowney, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the free Odyssey app.
Well, the Nets were held to 38% shooting, 1 of 5 from 3, 22 points in the first quarter. Spurs defense came as advertised. Nets down 36-22 as we begin the second.
Yeah, both sides of the floor an issue. 36 points too many for first quarter. Nets got to defend without fouling. Gave up 9 free throws.
Yeoman back in the game, hooks it out on the left for Wolf. A 3, and it's in and out, no good. And taken off the ground by Harper, who lost it into the net bench area out of bounds. Goes back to Brooklyn. Spurs, kind of a middle-of-the-pack three-point shooting team, shot 3 of 12 in that first quarter, or it could have been worse. As Sharp has it along the right, hands back to Yeoman.
They play zone on side out of bounds.
Finds Sharp, middle of the foul line area, out to Zaire Williams. Misses a corner 3, goes out of bounds off Brooklyn. It'll be Spurs ball. San Antonio back with Wembanyama, Champagnie, Fox, Barnes, and Harper.
See if Sharp's energy can be positive against Wembanyama. It'd be a nice challenge. He's already got 7 points there on Sharp. He always plays so hard.
Working against Wemby in the right wing. Hand back to Fox. Works into the paint. Got in the air. Kick it out to Champagnie for an open 3. And it's good for Julian Champagnie, the twin brother of Justin.
It was wide open. Fox broke down the defense. Guys were falling in the paint.
Pass inside to Sharp. Got grabbed by Fox at a foul.
Nice feed by Zaire Williams into the Sharp. Scooped it in there.
Devin Vassell going to check back into the game, replacing De'Aaron Fox. Fox limping a little bit as he goes to the sideline. Fox coming off an all-star appearance. Here's Joman in the front court. Gilman hooks it over his shoulder to Sharp. Popped a shot in the lane, no good. Went after his own miss, couldn't get to it. Harper comes down with the Spurs.
The attempts around the basket are so different, though, with Wembanyama, right? You got to hurry everything. Or throw it way up.
Wemby pump fake on a 3, bounce it out top. Harper will shoot a 3. It's good for Dylan Harper.
Knocking him for not being a great shooter, so puts it in our face right there.
Wolf on the other end, Nets down 20. Abaji finds a cutting Williams inside to Sharp, muscles Wembanyama out of the way, missed the layup, got his own miss, beats a cutter, and it's Zaire Williams who dunks it.
And Day'Ron Sharp made a couple really crafty interior passes to start this game.
And he's just leading with his shoulder against Wembanyama. And Champagnie on the other end drains a 3. 2 in a row for Julian Champagnie. 45-24 Spurs. 2 minutes gone in the second. Sharp, top of the arc. Dribbling at the foul line. Back door to a cutting Wolf, who got bumped in midair to foul on Vassell.
Another good pass by Day'Ron Sharp. Good feel, read the situation. Wolf went back door, delivered it.
He's got a good attack on Wembanyama. He's aggressive.
Sharp,
He's physical.
Yeah.
Then he'll pull him out, and then he opens up the back door that time, finds a pass to a cutter.
Yeah, no, he
Danny Wolf at the line, makes the free throw.
He's probably, you might as well be really physical and aggressive. You can't compete with the height. Just outwork, just outwork and be a problem. Sometimes smaller guys are, guys that don't have great height, or for real tall guys, are a bigger problem for them.
Free throw is good.
Here's the issue for the Nets, though. It's this side of the floor. They've given up 45 points. Contain the dribble out front so guys aren't open at the three-point line.
Wembanyama handling right of the lane. Kick it up top. Champagnie another 3, and it's good again. 3 threes in a row for Julian Champagnie. 4 in the game. He's got 14 points.
And again, into the paint, circled behind, and the shot was there.
Abaji working right of the lane. Hands it back for Williams. Top of the key to Sharp. Day'Ron try to feed Williams through it at his feet. A steal by Wembanyama. Spurs work the other way. Barnes a nice catch to save a turnover. Gives it up, gets it back. Right of the lane. Kick it up top. Wembanyama will shoot a 3. No good off the heel. Rebounded. It's loose. Grabbed by Sharp. Nets control. Gilman on the left for Wolf. 3 on the left. It's good for Danny Wolf. And a timeout called by San Antonio.
Excellent job. Right in the lane that time. Got it immediately with zero hesitation. The Nets got to find a way to defend at a much higher level.
9:02 to go. Second quarter in Brooklyn. Spurs 48, Nets 29 on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
So, should we split the bill?
But math is the worst.
Not all math, because with New York Lottery's extra multiplier scratch-off games, you can multiply your winnings up to 200 times.
Wait, multiply my winnings?
Yeah, you take your winnings, then multiply those winnings up to 200 times.
So all of my winnings times 200?
Yeah, that.
Oh. I've always said math's the best.
Play for chances to multiply your winnings 30, 50, up to 200 times. Prizes up to $5 million. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Nets fans, when decided to take a charter bus, there's only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel has the highest level of charter bus service in New York City. Has been servicing New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 30 years. They offer premium customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate travel experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call them at 212-206-6974.
Allstate is New York's trusted auto insurer, protecting cars across the state. From Buffalo to the Brooklyn Bridge, we're by your side when you need us most, providing you with affordable auto coverage you can rely on. So, switch to Allstate today, and you could save an average of $713 on auto insurance. You're in good hands with Allstate. Based on the national average annual savings for new customers surveyed in 2024, savings vary, subject to terms and availability.
The Brooklyn Nets and 11 Sports Media have teamed up to launch the Brooklyn Nets Small Business Partner Program, giving New York businesses the chance to collaborate with one of basketball's most iconic teams. From game day branding at Barclays Center to high-impact social media and exclusive networking experiences, this is your shot to shine. Secure your spot for the upcoming season now. Type Brooklyn Nets Small Business Partners into your search engine or find it on brooklynnets.com. That's Brooklyn Nets Small Business Partners.
this is Drake Powell. You're listening to the Brooklyn Nets on the Fan, Sports Radio 101.9 FM, and the free Odyssey app.
Chris Carino, Tim Capstraw back with you at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Spurs a 48-29 lead over the Nets. 9:02 to go here in the second quarter.
And the Nets can again show some better defensive resistance. The Spurs team is incredible defensively because they can guard on the perimeter, and you got Wemby out front, but the Nets got to help themselves by being much better defensively. Give themselves a chance and get out and run some if they get some stops. They're going to go.
Champagnie, left side three. Off to the right. Wemby with a rebound. Put it high off the window. No good, but he got pushed in the back at a foul against Brooklyn. Victor Wembanyama will go to the line.
Well, free throws, right? This will be the 15th and 16th attempt to get this Spurs team to miss the shot. Rebound the ball.
Wembanyama, the rookie of the year in 2024, went to the All-Star game in 25 as the free throw is good. Last year played just 46 games. He had to shut it down because of the right shoulder deep vein thrombosis. First time I'd ever heard of that.
Yeah. You don't want to hear about that.
But he has played 44 of their 58 games this year. Free throw is good. Remember, he had missed a bunch of time with a calf strain and then was coming off the bench for a while.
It's an interesting lineup they have right now. Danny Wolf's been initiating a lot of offense out there with this group.
With Porter, Claxton, Clowney, and Yeoman. It's a big lineup out there for Brooklyn. Wolf out on the left side. Picked up the dribble. Castle all over him. Hooks it around to Claxton. 5 to shoot. Claxton top of the arc will shoot a 3. Missed it off the heel. Rebounded by Carter Bryant, the rookie out of Arizona. Bounce pass on the run to Champagnie. A reverse layup won't go. Defended well by Wolf. Nets get it. They're moving. Yeoman on the right wing to Clowney. He'll shoot a 3. It's good for Noah Clowney.
Starting to knock him down from 3. Getting some consistency back is Noah Clowney. Good to see it.
Nets are 3 of 10 from behind the arc. Down the lane. Wemby's driving layup won't go, but a foul is committed by Danny Wolf.
You see if the Nets can, a couple times we've seen the Nets push the pace. We saw it before the timeout. Danny Wolf got an open 3. Then they saw it again with Noah Clowney getting an open 3. A way to negate great defensive teams is to get up there and not play half court against them, right? I mean, not that you want to force quick shots, but if you can gain any kind of advantage early, especially against Wembanyama setting up in the paint.
Free throw rolls in for Victor Wembanyama. Wemby, an 81% free throw shooter. He admitted last night that he didn't feel like he's been getting good sleep on the road as the free throw is good. Got to be hard. I mean, your legs, how do you find a bed that big?
Where do you get,
Your legs are probably dangling off. There's Claxton on the left side. Maybe you go king and you go like...
And you back to back.
You make the angle. As Porter. Cut off right baseline. Bumping with Castle. Right of the lane. Spins. Backs it out. Claxton going to drive it on Wembanyama. Shot clock running down. A fadeaway. Good for Nick Claxton.
Excellent job. Got to the spot. Got some separation. High and soft. I think you got to go 2 twin beds and just line them up.
Yeah, do you have the room for that?
I don't know. Just done.
There's Castle. What about the showers? Kick it in the corner to Bryant for 3. No good off back rim. Rebounded by Porter.
I've noticed a few of the places are. No, I don't know if they're his height. That's for sure.
Yeah. Got a dunk. Porter had a block from behind by Champagnie. Got a backline. Joe into the corner. But Wemby there to close out. He has to give it up. Clowney a 3 straight on. And it's good for Noah Clowney.
Again, feeling that Noah Clowney is a streaky three-point shooter. We saw him shoot it well the other night against the Dallas Mavs.
Thing you saw there about Wembanyama, though, is he even gets out
on the
and
perimeter.
Contests the 3.
Yeah, exactly.
There's Castle working down the lane. Nice shift pass into the corner. Bryant misses the 3 and the rebound to Porter. Castle kind of flung that out, kind of flicked it behind around the defender, backhanded.
You can hear Jordy saying, go, 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 go.
Clowney in the lane, a floater, won't go. Wembanyama with a rebound.
Yeah, he shot it with his left hand. He had more time to shoot a real better shot.
Carter Bryant, hands back. A charging Castle, soaring through and a two-hand slam. And a foul is called against Brooklyn.
Wow. When guys can hop, 2-foot hop and really explode, man, it's a physical way they can dunk the basketball. And that's what Castle did. Got a running start. Pass was perfectly delivered. Noah Clowney was there. They called him on a foul.
Third foul on Clowney. Castle to the line, try and complete a three-point play. Missed the second, rebounded by Claxton.
Traore can get penetrating again. He started the game off doing a pretty good job getting to different spots.
Traore out of the right wing, bounced it over to Claxton, right back to Traore to the baseline. Oh, floater there, and it's good for Nolan Traore.
The pull-up game can be there for Nolan Traore.
He's got 7. Wembanyama, foul line jumper, rimmed off, no good, rebounded by Porter. Midway through the second, 54-39, Nets trailed by as much as 22. That lead is 15. Yegor driving right hand scoop off the window, and it's good for Yegor Dioman.
That was not easy right there. Excellent job. Good. First of all, good to see him in the paint.
Yeah.
And good finesse on the play.
Not a lot of shots at the rim. Wembanyama jump pass to Johnson, up top Fox, penetrates and kicks it out to the right. Vassell a 3, and it's good for Devin Vassell.
Again, the paint, though, the ball is hitting the paint too easily. Collapsing the defense and allowing good shots at the three-point line.
Gilman, step back, right wing 3, in and out, no good. Wembanyama with a rebound. 5:20 to go in the first, 57-41. Wembanyama throws it over the head of his intended target. Nets get a steal. Gilman on the other end. Skip pass to a jumping Porter. Left of the lane. Drive it inside. And a reverse layup is good for Michael Porter Jr. Just 6 for him. Only his second made field goal in 9 attempts. 57-43 Spurs. 4:57 to go. We're in the second quarter. First half here at Barclays Center. Castle. Left block. Finds Johnson in front of the Spurs bench. Keldon Johnson, hands right to Castle. 4 to shoot for the Spurs. Castle steps inside, finds Vassell. Baseline shot at the horn, won't go. Rebounded by Porter. Scoops it ahead. We're running Traore. Hand back. Clowney back to Porter. Tripped up in the paint, goes tumbling, and a foul on Keldon Johnson, the Spurs.
A pretty good possession. The ball got up the floor. It was being swung around the perimeter. I thought Porter could have gone one more pass at Yegor Dioman in the corner. He elected to attack, but did draw the foul.
4:30 left, second quarter, 57-43 San Antonio. Traore inbounding with Claxton, Clowney, Gilman, and Porter. Inbound to Claxton, top of the arc. Hands back Porter. Penetrates, runs it to Cornette. Right hook off the window, won't fall. Tipped in by Nick Claxton.
Again, if you can get Cornette to commit, and then the advantage goes to the Nets and Claxton.
Harper on the other end. Wembanyama now on the bench. Fox in the corner to Johnson. Keldon across the lane left to right. Sweeping hook, and it's good for Keldon Johnson.
Again, easy pass, right? Too easy. The inability to guard the basketball. Just getting into the paint.
14-point lead for the Spurs, under 4 to go here in the first half. Traore bump with Harper, gets in the paint, floater from the dotted line, and it's good for Nolan Traore. He's up to 9.
Yeah, best story of the game right now is the play of Nolan Traore getting the spots and utilizing the pull-up game.
Good matchup with Dylan Harper, a couple of rookies going at it. Harper bumps with him, gets to the paint, layup won't fall, but a foul on Traore.
That's what he has to contend with, right? Everybody loves to get to the body of Traore. Playing well, though. Playing very well.
So that's going to put Dylan Harper at the line. Free throw is good by Harper. Traore just committed his third. Nets going to use a timeout. Take a break here. 3:36 to go in the second. It's the Spurs 60 and the Nets 47. And we're back after this on The Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming at the Brooklyn Nets app.
Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is redefining the rehabilitation experience. Whatever your age or medical condition, Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center will be there to nurture your body, mind, and spirit. Their award-winning premier facility provides you with an unsurpassed level of care. Whether you need short-term or long-term care or 24-hour nursing services, Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is there to put you and your loved ones first. Call 718-636-1000 to schedule a tour today. That's 718-636-1000.
When it comes to luxury driving in the tri-state area, one name stands above the rest. Ray Cattina. Mercedes-Benz of Edison, Ray Cattina of Freehold, and Mercedes-Benz of Union. 3 premier locations, 1 iconic name. Triple the selection with one of the largest Mercedes-Benz inventories on the East Coast. More convenience with 3 state-of-the-art service centers and more of the legendary Ray Cattina customer service you expect. Experience luxury multiplied by the power of 3. Visit RayCattinaMercedes.com.
It's a fact. Town Fair Tire is the area's largest name brand discount tire dealer. It's a fact. Town Fair Tire sells Toyo tires for the guaranteed lowest price. Plus, Town Fair gives you more free services than any other tire dealer for the life of your Toyo tires. So, if you're looking for Toyo tires, nobody beats a Town Fair Tire deal. Nobody. And that, my friends, is a fact.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Tellers is not just a chop house, it's an institution celebrating more than 25 years of excellence. The one-of-a-kind setting, Tellers was born out of a historic bank with soaring 25-foot ceilings that set the stage for an unforgettable dining experience. Their culinary team elevates progressive takes on the classics while letting traditional chop house fare shine, built on USDA Prime 35-day dry-aged beef. Experience Tellers, an American chop house. Reserved now at tellerschophouse.com. That's tellerschophouse.com.
Hi, this is Danny Wolf. You're listening to the Brooklyn Nets on The Fan, Sports Radio 101.9 FM and the free Odyssey app.
60-47 Spurs, 3:36 to go in the second quarter here in Brooklyn. Chris Carrino and Tim Catstraw back with you.
Well, game leveling out a little bit. I mean, the Nets making a little bit of progress. Big 3:36 to go in this second quarter to see if the Nets are going to be able to compete. Hang around in this game. One area they're going to have to improve on, though, is free throw attempts, right? 18 of 20 are the Spurs so far. Dylan Harper going back to the line right now for a couple more.
Dylan Harper at the line out there with Keldon Johnson, Cornette, Champagnie, and Fox.
Pretty cool having all these NBA people following you around today.
Is that what they are?
Yeah.
Free throw missed by Harper.
Doing a nice little... What's the award?
Well, it's some kind of unsung heroes thing, and actually Jordy Fernandez nominated.
That's beautiful. That is cool.
Here's Porter right of the lane, going across the lane, throws it at the rim. Cornette broke it up, picked up by Keldon Johnson. So they go. Here's Champagnie, left corner three, and it's good. Justin Champagnie with 5 threes, as he's got 17 points. Champagnie had a franchise record 11 threes in a win against the Knicks on New Year's Eve. Had a career high 38 in that game. So he has had a lot of success playing in the New York area.
Well, coming
where
home,
he's from,
right?
here in
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
How about that? Bishop Laughlin, him and his brother. Big thrill to come back here and just light it up.
I mean, the Knicks and Nets should start double teaming him.
I tell you what, and that is impressive. You got a guy, you got this mix of players and speed and size. Got to shoot
Claxton
it.
down the lane, floats, went it over Cornette. He banked it in. Nick Claxton with 10.
Very good with his offhand, his right hand, Nick Claxton.
63-49 San Antonio. 2:40 to go in the second. Out of the right wing, hands it back. Keldon Johnson in the lane. Leaner, good.
Noah Clowney's got to get better at handling guys driving the basketball. It's a big issue. They go right at him, go right around him.
Now Traore kicking on the left side to Clowney. Works into the paint, got stripped by Champagny. Clowney got it back and puts it in. 65-51 San Antonio, 2:17 to go in the second. Champagny now out on the left side to Keldon Johnson. Johnson moves it out top. Champagny gives right. Harper's got it, working against Clowney. Harper against Tillman now in a switch. Pulls up, 15-footer. It's an air ball, rebounded by Porter. Pass out of the right wing to Yegor Gilman. Keldon Johnson reached in, committed a foul. Minute 52 to go in the second. 65-51, Spurs on top. So that'll be Yegor Gilman going up the free throw line. Just 1 for 7 against Dallas. And since he had that career high 26 at Orlando back on February 5th as he misses that free throw, shooting just 28.8% since that game. You know, he didn't get a chance to kind of relax during the All-Star game, had to fly out to L.A. He's part of the Rising Stars competition. And you know, rookies at this time of year, especially if they don't get a break during the All-Star game, this is, you know, it's fatiguing. It's a long season. You're not used to playing this many games.
I agree.
Free throw is good.
I also don't think the looks are as good as he's been getting. And again, he's playing with Nolan Traore. He's been able to get into the paint more, and they stay attached to him right now. He's big part of the scouting report. They don't help off him much.
Yeah, not sneaking up on anybody anymore. Vassell gives down low to Wemby, who's back in. Wembanyama turns, push shot in the lane, and it's good. Victor Wembanyama of 8 points. 67-52 Spurs, minute 28 to go in the third.
The commitment defensively of all these guards is really impressive by the Spurs. They can really get after it.
Traore to the baseline, put it off the back of the leg of Wembanyama, and it rolls to Champagny. Spurs get it, and they're running Fox down the lane, going right to the rim, and he scores at a driving left-hand layup. And San Antonio back up by 17.
Well, the problem is the Nets not only have turned it over 8 times, they're 17 points off of those turnovers. They've made them pay for all their mistakes. Here's another one.
A steal. It's Harper's running. Harper hands it off Champagny, stops at the rim, and then lays it up and in. And the lead is up to 19 again. It's been as much as 22.
Well, again, just turning turnovers into points on the other way. They're going the other way.
Traore out of the right wing, runs into Harper, and a foul on Dylan Harper. With 43.8 seconds to go, 71-52. Spurs on top. We're approaching halftime. And this will be the second consecutive game now where the Nets have given up over 70 in the first half. 74 against Dallas on Tuesday without Cooper Fleck, as the free throw is good by Nolan Traore. Spurs over 52% from the floor, 18 of 21 from the line. 8 steals have led to 14 points. Free throw good by Traore.
That's their fast break game, has been their ability to steal the ball and just get out and run it. A little bit of everything. Fast breaks, free throws, 3-point shots, you name it.
Wembanyama gives it up in the corner. Vassell a 3. In and out, no good. Rebounded off the floor by Porter. Scoops it ahead to a running Gilman. Hands to Porter, charging to the rim, and a 2-hand slam. With 23.1 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Spurs get over the final shot of the first half. San Antonio with a 71-56 lead. Aaron Fox just across the midcourt line. Snaps it right, Harper, right back to Fox. Down to 7 seconds to go in the half. Fox creeping forward, hooks it across. Champagny a 3. No good. Rebounded by Porter, and the first half comes to an end.
I feel like they dodged one right there, doubling off of Champagny the way that he's been shooting here in the first half. He was wide open.
Well, the Brooklyn native leads the Spurs with 19 points. He made 5 threes in the first half. 15 for Stephon Castle, had 13 of those in the first quarter. Spurs a 71-56 lead over Brooklyn at the half. We'll be joined by our nonprofit of the game, and then Capra will help us break down the first half. All that coming up right after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition, with us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
What if you could feel every pass, every shot, every moment of the game? One Court devices help fans who are blind or low vision follow live NBA action through trackable vibrations and audio commentary. Ticketmaster has teamed up with One Court to provide devices at Brooklyn Nets games at Barclays Center. When you're coming to the game, devices can be found at guest services located just outside Section 12 on the main concourse.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Jeff's day is off to a slow start. So he heads to AutoZone, America's #1 battery destination, where Sammy, a local AutoZoner, tests his battery for free. Looks like he just needs a charge, and Sammy does that for free too. In no time at all, Jeff is back on the road, ready to finish the day strong. Free battery testing and charging at every store. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Did you know you've got McDonald's in your pocket? No, not that ketchup packet you forgot about. I'm talking about the McDonald's mobile app. Yes, you're carrying around all your McDonald's favorites, and with the app, they're only a few taps away. Download the McDonald's app today to get free medium fries at $2 minimum purchase when the Nets opposing team misses one free throw in the fourth quarter during home games. And don't forget about that ketchup packet before Laundry Day. Offer valid limited time only through net season participating McDonald's. Valid the day after opposing team misses one free throw in the fourth quarter during home games. McDonald's app download and registration required.
Hey, this is Michael Porter Jr. You're listening to the Brooklyn Nets on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and the free Odyssey app.
It is halftime here in Brooklyn. 71-56, Spurs on top. And as we do each and every night, we like to spotlight nonprofits doing great work in our communities. Tonight it's the New York State Society of CPAs. I just had to stop for a second, Kevin, because the great Kenny Anderson was walking behind us.
Kenny. How are you, Kenny?
One of the best of all time.
Yeah.
Best net. All right, great to see you. I think Kenny might think you're Tim Capstraw. I'm not sure.
Kenny was fantastic in the day. I remember coming out of New York City. He was #1, top of the world.
Absolutely.
And that team
Archbishop Malloy.
with Derek Coleman and Drazen Petrovic as well.
See, so Kevin, you're Kevin Matz, the NYCPA, the New York State Society of CPAs.
That it is.
And tell me what that is and the nonprofit part of it.
Yeah, so we were founded way back in 1897. Not 19, but 18. It's a long, long time ago. And we're the premier nonprofit accounting membership organization in New York State, nearly 18,000 members. What we do is we serve as an advocate and a resource for CPAs, certified public accountants, by representing, cultivating the accounting profession's core values, which, if I had to name them, were our integrity, professionalism, which means constant learning, never-ending learning, especially tax law, tax law changes, and also ethics. Now, but our mission, Chris, is broader than that, and this may resonate quite a bit with you. It's also focused on giving back to our community, and we believe in the importance of supporting education, advocacy, and also, very importantly, financial literacy for all. So this includes our strong support of establishing financial literacy as a mandatory part of the public school curriculum in this great state of New York, so that students growing up will have an understanding of the basic principles of finance. And what are they? They're like how to balance your checkbooks, set budgets so you don't spend too much, and also, very importantly, the wealth-destructive consequences of incurring unchecked credit card debt. That is so dangerous. You got a credit card, you can spend. Guess what? You got to pay for it. You got to pay with massive amounts of interest. And that could be really problematic. And also, we're pro bono mentors. We're community leaders, and we're dedicated to, committed to basically being positive and making this community, New York State, a better place.
Yeah, fiscal responsibility. How do people, if they need help from you, how do they get it?
Well, you reach out to us, NYSSCPA.org, www.nysscpa.org. We have basically, we just love helping people, and that is in our DNA. We also, we're a growing membership, so I do want to put this out there.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a CPA to be a member of the New York State Society of CPAs. People say, well, don't you got to be a CPA? It's like, no, you could have accounting students. You could also have people in aligned professions. real estate professionals, bankers, lawyers, almost a lawyer, and people in all walks, like family office, sportscasters too. In
So
fact.
you're a lawyer and a CPA.
Lawyer and
you're
CPA.
a slacker, Kevin Knotts.
I try to keep busy.
And giving back to your peers and things like that is important. And, being a mentor for people. And I'm sure part of your organization is that as well, right?
Yeah, it's such an important part. You get people in all stages of their career, some who are very advanced, but some at the very beginning. They don't know what they necessarily want to do. They don't, do I pursue this as a career? I'm concerned about AI. Is that going to take my job?
I was going to ask you about
There's
that.
so much there. But
Yeah.
the bottom line is there's always a need, Chris, for a trusted advisor.
Yeah.
And trusted advisor, it's not someone who just spits out an answer when you just type it or speak it into a computer. It's someone who's been there, has the experience, and basically has empathy.
And I'm sure things like AI can be used by CPAs and accountants as a guide, as a tool.
Precisely. In
Yeah.
fact, we had a very fascinating meeting just earlier today, an Emerging Technologies Task Force meeting. We talked about that, using AI as a tool to supplement what we do, not to replace, but to supplement. But then the question is, what are the controls here? What are the safeguards? What are the privacy considerations that perhaps aren't focused on by clients?
I'll tell you this. I actually have an accounting degree from Fordham
From
University.
Fordham, yes.
Yeah. The Gabelli School used to be a college of business
Oh,
administration.
tremendous.
Unfortunately, what I realized in 4 years of accounting and doing radio at the same time, I wanted to do radio.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be an accountant.
Okay.
But I applaud you and your efforts and the efforts of the NYCPA, New York Society of CPAs, because I need guys like you. I am embarrassed to say I don't even do my own taxes anymore.
Okay. Well, that's what we do. And it's not just taxes. It's audit. It's other sorts of management services advice and but tax is a very, very important part.
So you're busy. You got to get back to the office. What are you doing here?
Well, I'm still wearing my suit here.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
just ditched the
That's
tie,
true.
Chris.
Come on, we got like 6 weeks, right?
It's April 15th. But truth be told, man, people extend, so it really goes beyond that. But
There you go.
that's okay. We love what we do, and it's so rewarding, and it's also so rewarding to get back. And shout out to the Nets, the entire crew. Thanks to you and Tim.
You got it.
Love you guys. Broadcast.
The New York State Society of CPAs, Kevin Motz, the president. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Chris.
Appreciate it. Thanks. Nice seeing you, Kevin. It's halftime here in Brooklyn, 71-56. Spurs on top. Capra will come back to audit the first half when we return right after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
It's Duncan's World and you're living in it, which means breakfast is easy and costs $5 with Duncan's $5 meal deal. You get 6 crispy hash browns, a wake-up wrap, and a medium hot or iced coffee, whatever your mood calls for. Bring your friend, your brother, your mother, your cousin, or just bring yourself, because at Duncan, they make deals for everyone. Get Duncan's $5 meal deal only at Duncan. No substitutions. Participation in times may vary. Offer price varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
Hey, construction workers, it's the season. We're talking about slip and fall season. Snow, ice, and poorly maintained construction sites can lead to dangerous situations. The Rothenberg Law Firm is there when serious injuries occur. The Rothenberg Law Firm has been fighting for injured workers for over 55 years, having won and collected billions of dollars for our clients. Let us help you. The Rothenberg Law Firm. Stay safe, New York. See what sets Mazda apart in the Mazda CX-5. The smart choice for those who expect more from their drive. With standard iActive all-wheel drive and advanced safety features, the CX-5 gives you confidence in every condition. Its effortless handling and responsive performance set it apart from the crowd. Inside, you'll find thoughtful, crafted design for comfort and connection. There's more to a Mazda. Lease the 2025 Mazda CX-5 for $209 a month. Visit your local Mazda dealer or MazdaUSA.com.
Hey, this is Dayron Sharp, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the free Odyssey app.
It is halftime here in Brooklyn. Spurs a 71-56 lead over the Nets. Chris Carino, Tim Capstraw back with you. Kenny Anderson walked by before I had the guy with the CPA, Stephen Motz, on. I think he thought that guy was you.
What, did he say anything though? Like?
Well, he was just going to stop by. He started talking a little bit. I think if it was you, I would have given him a mic, but I had to do the interview with the New York State Society of CPAs.
Well, Stephen Motz, he's a handsome man. I'll take that. I'll go with that.
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
I told him we were going to bring you back to audit the first half.
Oh, you are.
When you go through that first half, a lot of red flags sticking out for you. No?
Yes. Very, very good. Very good, Carino. Shocker. You were being very clever. Yes, red flags. Where do we start? 71 points. That's never good. That'll be a red flag. So right there, and that's got to defensively, they got to take care of the ball better because transition, they were turning it over. That led to fast break points. They fouled way too much. 21 free throw attempts by the Spurs. They got them into the paint to collapse the defense and then got them open for threes. So there was a lot of things defensively to work on. I thought offensively, not too bad. You know, I thought the looks, I thought Nolan Traore, I liked the way he probed around into the paint, made some things happen. He used that little pull-up game. I thought he did a very good job with that. There were a few times, and this is the thing, the Nets got to push the pace, got to get stopped so they can run, so you can negate this terrific guard defense, and especially Wembanyama back in the paint.
At the half here in Brooklyn, Spurs 71, Nets 56. We'll come back with the start of the third quarter right after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
So, should we split the bill?
But math is the worst.
Not all math, because with New York Lottery's extra multiplier scratch-off games, you can multiply your winnings up to 200 times.
Wait, multiply my winnings?
Yeah, you take your winnings, then multiply those winnings up to 200 times.
So all of my winnings times 200?
Yeah, that.
Oh. I've always said math's the best.
Play for chances to multiply your winnings 30, 50, up to 200 times. Prizes up to $5 million. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Brooklyn, how you feeling? Don't get benched by illness or injury. Book at-home urgent care at DocGoNow.com. DocGo On Demand is in-network with major insurance plans, bringing you the same high-quality medical care as a walk-in clinic at about the same cost. When your home team needs an assist, book an on-demand house call at DocGoNow.com. DocGo On Demand. Urgent care reinvented. This message is sponsored by Ambulance by DocGo, the official ambulance service of the Brooklyn Nets, New York Liberty, and Barclays Center.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
Nets fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience because nothing compares to catching your Nets in person. And all that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Nets and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you in the game so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles in person. From seeing your favorite Net stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Nets. See you courtside, Brooklyn.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
What's up, y'all? It's Nick Claxton checking in, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM and the free Odyssey app.
Chris Carino and Tim Capstraw back with you here at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Start of the third quarter, Spurs a 71-56 lead over the Nets. Spurs have led throughout this game, and they've led by as much as 22. Nets in black with the white letters and numbers going right to left. Spurs are in gray with the black letters and numbers. Nick Claxton with bright teal sneakers.
Yes, I just noticed them. They're very Liberty-like, right?
Hands back. Porter had a shot blocked from the side by Champagny and controlled by San Antonio. Castle throwing it toward the rim. Wembanyama had to go off his hand off the rim. Nets control. Gilman on the bounce ahead to Traore. Stops left wing three. No good, it was short. And the rebound grabbed by Porter, puts it up. That won't go, but he got fouled. Michael Porter Jr., who had 11 rebounds in the first half, gets a putback attempt. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, Nets really helped themselves and didn't talk about it enough on second chance opportunities, right? They had 15 second chance points. Excellent job. And Michael Porter Jr., who's coming off a game where he didn't get a rebound, right? I mean, he was shut out against the Mavericks. Good to see him on the glass.
Most rebounds in a half in his career. Second most rebounds in a game this season. Makes that second free throw. Nets are within 13.
Yeah, it's striking distance. See if they can show some resistance. Play defense like they did the second half against the Mavericks.
Vassell out of the right wing now to Fox. Fox played by Traore. Whistle away from the play.
Claxton was getting in a wrestling match as Wembanyama was trying to move around. And Claxton never shies away from not trying to be a bit of an, I don't know, irritant. Would that be the word?
Yeah,
a little bit. He's not afraid to get out and try to be physical and compete.
They bump in the lane. Wembanyama turnaround. Rolls in. Victor Wembanyama with 10 points.
Well, kind of woke up Wemby as Clax was trying to get into him. It was an impressive take.
Claxton gives to Traore, left elbow, the lob back to Claxton and a two-hand slam.
Wow, that's an excellent job, and there was an obstacle at 7'5" in the way. Great play.
73-60 San Antonio. Fox on the left wing. Cuts right to the foul line, cut off by Traore. Out of the right wing to Castle, he'll shoot a three. Just grazed the front of the rim. Nets get the rebound. Claxton up the left side of the floor. Claxton with a burst to the baseline, cut off by Castle. Claxton back it out to Traore. Traore moving left. Bumps with Fox, left block, turn around, fade away. No good, it was short. Porter with a rebound. Laid it up, sat on the heel of the rim, and it goes in for Michael Porter Jr.
Another rebound. Excellent job on the offensive glass.
Champagny on a drive to the rim and a score on a right-hand layup.
That was an impressive head and shoulders, right? Dribbling, looked at the basket, just crossed it over and attacked.
75-62 San Antonio, 10-minute mark of the third quarter. Claxton top of the arc. Dribble hand back to Porter. Throws it to the rim. Wembanyama tipped it. Porter got it back and he puts it in. Michael Porter Jr. with 14 points and 13 rebounds.
How about that? The best offensive play the Nets have is the missed shot. They're going after it and getting it.
That's 21 second chance points in the game. Castle out of the left side. Driving it on Claxton. Bumps, fade away. Banker, no good. Rebounded by Yegor Dioman. 9.5 to go in the third. 75-64 Spurs. Porter down the lane. Wild reverse layup is good. Nets have cut the lead to single digits, and San Antonio wants a timeout.
And credit Michael Porter Jr. with a lot of hustle plays in finishing that play, but this rebounding has been spectacular.
13 rebounds, 16 points. Porter Jr. has the Nets to within 9. 9:26 to go in the third. 75-66. Spurs on top on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
Gold prices are soaring, and silver is near an all-time high. If you want to get cash in your hands, then go to the Estates Roadshow. They are buying gold and silver, old rings, chains, even broken jewelry. The Estates Roadshow is happening Monday through Friday in Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, and Kenilworth at the Kenilworth Hotel, and Friday through Tuesday at TMT Cash for Gold locations in Old Bridge on Route 9 South or in Toms River on the corner of Route 37 and Hooper Avenue, just off the Garden State. More info, visit estatesroadshow.com.
Hi, it's Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a very happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And while that's not an easy thing for me to achieve, my friends at CertaPro Painters had no such problems. Big jobs, small jobs, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
Hey, did you know Verizon Home Internet covers more homes with faster speeds across the country than any other provider? Now you can get award-winning Fios Internet for just $20 a month for 3 years. Switch today and enjoy savings you can count on. Verizon Home Internet consists of Fios and 5G Home. Availability varies. Comparison based on FCC BDS data of home internet providers with download speeds over 50 megabytes per second, June 2025. Limited time offer for eligible new customers. Fios $20 per month plan with auto pay, mobile phone plan, mobile plus home, and bonus discount. Enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee. Applies only to the then current base monthly rate for Fios. Additional terms may apply.
Hi, this is Noah Clowney, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the free Odyssey app.
Halftime here in third quarter here in Brooklyn. 9:26 to go. Spurs 75, Nets 66. Nets have cut what was a 22-point lead down to 9. As Spurs called that timeout. Their starters remain on the floor, so do the Nets starters. Michael Porter Jr., 16 points, 13 rebounds. Hasn't made a three. Castle out of the right side, moves it left. Champagnie lost the handle, goes into Wembanyama, turns, fade away, no good. Rebounded by Clowney.
Different defensive mentality to start this second half by the Nets.
Claxton on the move, gives to Porter, top of the key. The lob back to Claxton, broken up by Wembanyama. Scooped up by the Spurs. Vassell driving it left in the lane. Scoop shot won't fall. Tillman takes the rebound, and he got fouled by Wembanyama.
A different energy for this net team, and you got to wonder, second game of a back-to-back second half for the Spurs, can that be a factor in favor of the Nets?
That'll be the third foul on Victor Wembanyama. Let's see. Yep, third foul. They arrived very late into the city last night. Some of their people telling me they got into the hotel around 4 a.m. Claxton with it up top. I said, was it a customs thing or something? And he just said, because they're coming from Toronto. He's like, no, our team just takes a very long time to get going after the game. Champagnie called for a foul there.
It can be delayed, though. Remember all the times you've gone through customs and all that?
They do it easier now. They do it when you land. They come on the plane now.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Jolman up top, Porter a three. It's good. First three made for Michael Porter Jr. He's up to 19 points. Castle finds Wembanyama, whip it to the corner of the cell, up to Champagnie, finds Castle driving down the lane, lays it up, it won't go, but a foul on Claxton. That'll be the third on Nick.
The ball pops around the floor really quickly by the Spurs.
Yeah.
They're the originators of the .5 decision, right? Greg Popovich. And they are swinging around like they're turning double plays out there, just snapping it. And Castle attacked the basket, but very good start to the second half by the Nets.
Free throw is good for Stephon Castle. Nets have outscored the Spurs 13-5 here in the third quarter.
5 is the number that stands out, right? After giving up 71 in the first half.
Free throw missed, but a lane violation against the Nets. Not sure who jumped in the lane.
I tell you what, I feel like you could call that every free throw.
Kind of like holding in the NFL.
It might have gotten Traore, though. They do get the guy at the three-point line all the time. But they go too early. But
free throw rolls in for Castle, so he had missed the free throw and then got a do-over. 8-point Spurs lead. Igor Dillman in the front court. Yegor with a career-high 8 assists tonight. Claxton tried to go to a cutting Porter, was kicked. And will stay with Brooklyn. Shot clock goes to 14.
Yeah, some positive numbers we're seeing. See if they can continue to add up.
8 assists jumped out at me.
Some of these throw you off.
Inbound to Claxton out top. Gives to Gilman. Yegor hooks it to Porter. Working to the foul line. Left to the lane. Gets inside. Pass across. Stolen away by Castle. Spurs running. Wembanyama in the middle. Kick to the right corner. Vassell 3. No good. It was in and out. Wembanyama able to get the rebound. He was behind Clowney. Out top Fox a 3. And it's good for De'Aaron Fox.
How about that? The Wembanyama totally intimidated the Nets on the defensive end. It got them to not take a proper shot, then it helps them out with an offensive rebound.
Claxton hands to Porter. Left wing, pump fake, he'll shoot a 3. It's good for Michael Porter Jr. After missing his first 4 threes, he's hit 2 in a row. 8-point Spurs lead. Wembanyama 3. No good, too strong. Batted around, out to midcourt. Wembanyama's got it for San Antonio. 12 to shoot. Cut off top of the key, sends it left. Vassell 3. It's good for Devin Vassell, and Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout.
Well, I think what he's going to say is, no, KYP, know your personnel. Vassell, don't help off him. That's what they want you to do. You can't leave him vacated like that and knock it down. He did.
And a timeout with 7:08 to go in the third. Spurs 83, Nets 72 on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
Did you know you've got McDonald's in your pocket? No, not that ketchup packet you forgot about. I'm talking about the McDonald's mobile app. Yes, you're carrying around all your McDonald's favorites, and with the app, they're only a few taps away. Download the McDonald's app today to get free medium fries at $2 minimum purchase when the Nets opposing team misses one free throw in the fourth quarter during home games. And don't forget about that ketchup packet before Laundry Day. Offered valid limited time only through NetSeason and participating McDonald's. Valid the day after opposing team misses one free throw in the fourth quarter during home games. McDonald's app download and registration required.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
Nets fans, when decided to take a charter bus, there's only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel has the highest level of charter bus service in New York City, has been servicing New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 30 years. They offer premium customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate travel experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call them at 212-206-6974. Have you ever wondered what it's like beyond the seats at Barclays Center? Well, now's your chance to step into the action with Barclays Center Tours. Explore exclusive spaces, walk the same halls as the players, feel the buzz, and watch the team warm up next to the court. It's your all-access pass to the home of the Brooklyn Nets. So don't just watch the game, live it. Go behind the scenes and experience it the Brooklyn way. Book your tour today at barclayscenter.com/tours.
This is Noah Sonny, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the free Odyssey app.
Hey, Net fans, bring the Fan to Barclays Center for Brooklyn's next Kids Day on Sunday. First 5,000 kids get a limited edition Nets headband. There'll be fun for all ages as the Nets take on the Cavaliers, so lock in your tickets now at BrooklynNets.com or Ticketmaster. 7:08 to go, third quarter. Spurs 83, Nets 72. Chris Carino and Tim Capstraw with you here at Barclays Center.
Again, very good start to the second half. Nets can't forget, though, why it's been a decent start. They have taken care of the basketball, and their defense has been better. Can't leave a guy like Vassell open at the three-point line, though. But take care of the basketball. Don't let the steals get you.
Traore out on the left side now for Brooklyn.
Zone. It's a zone. That's got to know it.
Gilman, right wing, 8 to shoot. Feeds rolling Claxton. Works into the paint. Turned aside by Wembanyama. Shoots a fadeaway foul line jumper. No good. No good. It's grabbed by Castle. So there, though, Claxton had to change his shot because of Wembanyama. Castle in the lane, turn around from the dotted line, no good. Tip ball rebounded by Claxton.
Got to keep Keldon Johnson off the glass. Terrific offensive rebounder for a guard.
Traore working right. Lost the handle, but it goes to Clowney in the right corner. To Claxton to the top of the arc. Nick holds overhead, gives right to Porter. Contested three. It's good! 3 threes in a row for Michael Porter Jr.
The type of threes that we saw him make for a big, huge portion of this year. Hadn't seen in the last 6 weeks. Those closely guarded three-point shots up and over people. Wow, Wemby just threw Claxton away.
They throw a lob to Wemby and a two-hand slam as Vassell found him from the left wing. 5:58 to go in the third. 85-75, Spurs on top.
Claxton tried to sell a push by Wembanyama, and it was at a disadvantage the whole play.
Out on the right side, Traore. Cut off right of the lane. Gives to Claxton, top of the key. Claxton holds. Claxton peering around. 7 to shoot. Give it to Porter. Circling left to the foul line. Pull-up shot. No good. Rebound loose. Picked up by Vassell. Spurs into the front court. Fox has it. Angling right. Stops on a dime. Leaner in traffic is good for the Aaron Fox.
Boy, that D-cell move has become something really special, even for the fastest guys in the NBA like Darren Fox.
Gilman nearly had it lost. Porter gets into the corner. A wide-open Clowney for 3. No good. Missed a wide-open 3.
I feel like you had to get that.
Fox on the move. Spinning down the lane. Scoops it around Traore and lays it up and in. And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout.
De'Aaron Fox relatively quiet throughout this game. Showed why he's so special the last 2 possessions.
Looked like a guy walking right to your right there. Kenny Anderson, the former net great on that play.
I remember
De'Aaron Fox.
I remember watching him as a freshman at
Malloy.
Archbishop Malloy coming up to Utica, New York to play. And wow, was it a special treat.
Timeout here. We'll keep it here. 5:08 to go in the third. 89-75. Spurs on top. Some thinking, usually when they say the top New York City players ever, I guess it's like Pearl Washington, Kenny Anderson,
Lou Alcindor,
Chris Mullin.
Yeah.
What else should you throw in there? That's 4. That could be our Mount Rushmore of New York City high school players.
We're missing somebody. Pearl Washington, underrated though as a high school player. Like people wouldn't know.
In high school, yeah.
He was dominant.
Boys and girls,
Boys
right?
and girls, high school. He was unbelievable. But
that's what I meant when they were in high
Mark
school.
Jackson, Kenny Smith, and maybe Kenny Anderson, basically within 1 or 2 years of each other. That's the New York City point guard. Then there was Ed Bug-Eye Davender. He was at Boys and Girls at that time. He was a terrific high school player. He ended up going to Kentucky. I know I'm missing. Guys can tweet me to let me know who I'm missing right now.
Well, was Pearl and Kenny around the same time?
Yeah, not in that wheelhouse, of within about a 2-3 year span. Pearl Washington, was so dominant as a high school guard. It was unbelievable. He could get to the rim on any time he wanted.
And both end up being nets. Here's Traore working right down the lane. Scoops it off the window. No good. Tip goes in for Day'Ron Sharpe.
That was an excellent example of utilizing the screening. Multiple screens by Day'Ron Sharpe. Then got Cornette to bite, put it on the rim, got the putback. Second chance point again for the Nets.
89-77 Spurs. 4:35 to go in the third. Left of the lane, Vassell. Up top, Keldon Johnson a 3. It's good. 36% three-point shooter, Keldon Johnson.
That's it. Hand down, man down. Get out there and challenge that shot.
Other end, Wolf breaking the arc, right wing, ball faking with 3. And that rolled around. It goes in for Danny Wolf. 92-80, San Antonio. 4:12 to go, third quarter. As Harper now moves into the front court. Dylan Harper in the game for San Antonio. To Johnson, top of the key. Working right. Stops, cut off by Sharpe. Back it out, Vassell. 8 to shoot. They work it around the left. A 3 for Castle. No good off back rim. Long rebound of Vassell. Going to drive it left. Runs right into Sharpe. Dumped it off for Cornette, who could handle it. It goes out of bounds. And Day'Ron got hit in the midsection. He's still down. Gets up. Going to walk it off. Holding his waistband. Harrison Barnes going to come into the game now for San Antonio. Ochai Agbaji will replace Clowney.
That's in striking distance right now. They've played well this third quarter.
You know, Ochai Agbaji, before he came to the Nets this year, had made 9 out of 61 threes. And with the Nets, he's made 9 also out of 17 attempts.
Wow, that's the nugget of the night right there.
This is Ochai Agbaji. He has it up top. Give it to Sharp. Over to Traore, moving left of the lane to the baseline. Stops, spins, pass out Sharp. 5 to shoot. Sharp dribbling in the middle of the paint. Lost the handle. Castle diving. Sharp took it away. Turnaround 3. No good at the shot clock buzzer. Rebounded by San Antonio. Harper up the right side. Harper, give it up, right corner. Barnes a 3. It's good for Harrison Barnes.
Still doing that, right? After all these years.
Paul Simon checking.
Yeah, it was.
95 to 80, San Antonio. 3:07 to go in the third quarter. Still shooting after all these years.
He's still shooting after all these years.
Bounce pass in the right corner to Wolf. Pass deflected, loose. Picked up by Cornette. And then Sharp grabbed his arm and a foul on Dayron.
Difference in turnovers is significant, right? Only 3 turnovers by the Spurs so far, and the Nets have only forced 3 turnovers. The problem with the Nets, again, they've been live ball turnovers, and then they've got 10 turnovers.
Drake Powell replaces Traore for Brooklyn. Powell, Zaire Williams, Agbaji, Wolf, and Sharp.
Yeah, they got to make sure they can initiate offense. Wolf's going to have to help.
Harper trap, lost the ball. Got it back somehow. Drives to the rim and slams it with the right hand. I don't know how he got the ball back. 97 to 80. Spurs back up by 17.
And then flat out exploded to the rack. Zone defense.
2.5 to go, third quarter. Agbaji coming on a short screen. Foul line area. Stops, back it out to Wolf. He'll fire up a deep 3. Way off, rebounded by Cornette. Luke Cornette bouncing ahead to Fox in the front court. Spurs in the gray going left to right. Over to Harper on the left wing. Cuts right, cut off, back it out. Left wing, Fox a 3. It's short, bounds in for the Aaron Fox.
Soft, Charmony soft on that touch, huh? He's turned it on here in the third.
20-point Spurs lead with 2 minutes to go in the third after the Nets had closed the gap to single digits. Powell working into the paint. Shot over Cornette goes down for Drake Powell.
Nice job. That mid-range game is Powell's got to embrace that. That's kind of what he is right now. Turn down some of those threes and get to a spot where you're more comfortable.
Fox are on a high screen. Moves it out of the right wing to Barnes. Cuts left. Harrison Barnes, a runner in the lane, rimmed out. Cornette had it, lost it, throws it high in the air to try and save it. It's deflected around. It comes to Drake Powell for Brooklyn. He breaks out. Speeding down the middle of the paint. The lob over the head of Wolf, but a foul was committed by San Antonio. Get it on De'Aaron Fox. Side of the bounce here for Brooklyn. Ochai Agbaji will inbound on the near side. Gets it in. Tapped right back to him by Sharp. Right back out to Sharp now again. Top of the key, dribble handoff Wolf. Curls into the paint, right hand scoop. A reverse layup is good for Danny Wolf.
Nice momentum right there. A little dribble, a handoff, got 5-4 to handoff. Gained an advantage and then finished.
10 points for Wolf. Down the lane, Keldon Johnson getting all the way inside. He slips through and lays it up and in.
Like a running back, right? He's so physical. Bodied into Wolf and finished.
On the other end of Agbaji, a 3 blocked by Cornette in the right corner. Spurs break out. Harper in the front court. Dylan Harper drives left, went to cut back, scoops it off in the corner to Johnson. Closed on by Agbaji. Crossover, driving, spinning, floater, good for Keldon Johnson, like a whirling dervish.
Whatever that is, right?
104-84 San Antonio, 36 seconds to go in the third quarter. Sharp had it poked loose. Fox a steal. Cornette lobbing ahead now to Fox. Fires up a 3. It's in and out, no good. Nets rebound, and the shot clock and game clock nearly identical, winding down the third quarter. The Nets who had cut it to 6, but the Spurs back up to a 20-point lead. Danny Wolf just inside the midcourt line on the right wing. Cuts left. Barnes stays with him. Drives, feeds, Sharp rolling through. Ball stripped with 2. Dylan Harper's got it midcourt. Double clutch heave. No good off to the right. And the Spurs up 20 as we go to the fourth quarter.
The turnover numbers don't feel bad. When you look at the number, it's like 12, but all 12 of them are live ball turnovers in the hands and their steals by the Spurs.
104-84. San Antonio, fourth quarter coming up from Brooklyn on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming the Brooklyn Nets app.
Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is redefining the rehabilitation experience. Whatever your age or medical condition, Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center will be there to nurture your body, mind, and spirit. Their award-winning premier facility provides you with an unsurpassed level of care. Whether you need short-term or long-term care or 24-hour nursing services, Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is there to put you and your loved ones first. Call 718-636-1000 to schedule a tour today. That's 718-636-1000.
Injured? Don't be a whiner. Call me, Attorney Mark Miner. I'm Mark Miner, and I have over 30 years of experience handling personal injury cases. If you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, don't whine. Call 1-800-LAW-LINE. You can trust that the personal injury law firm of Zalman, Schnurman, & Miner will treat you with respect and fight for your rights. Don't whine. Call 1-800-LAW-LINE for a free consultation. Our goal is to transform your pain into payment. If there is no recovery, there is no fee. We handle all type of accident cases and value the opportunity to help you. The sooner you call, the better. If you are injured, call 1-800-LAW-LINE so we can discuss how to transform your pain into payment. Don't be a whiner. Call Zalman, Schnurman, & Miner at 1-800-LAW-LINE.
Zalman, Schnurman, & Miner, personal injury attorneys.
Don't whine. Call 1-800-LAW-LINE. That's 1-800-LAW-LINE.
At Town Fair Tire, New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, you get it all. The guaranteed lowest price, the most free services, and we accept all valid rebates from any manufacturer and from our competition. Yes, we accept them all, even competitor rebates. Town Fair Tire, New England's largest discount tire dealer, now with over 120 stores from Connecticut to Maine. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Hi, this is Drake Powell. You're listening to the Brooklyn Nets on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and the free Odyssey app.
After three quarters in Brooklyn, Spurs a 104-84 lead over the Nets.
Forgot a great point guard. Now, I've got some of my assistant coaches out there letting me know. How about Tiny Archibald?
Tiny Archibald.
How do we not? We did say Mark Jackson, didn't we?
You said Mark Jackson.
But Tiny Archibald, man.
Barnes backdoor layup good for De'Aaron Fox as the Spurs increase their lead at 22, matching their largest lead of the game as we start the fourth quarter.
Back screens have hurt and cuts to the basket. Remember early in the game, the Spurs got a couple of those.
Traore gives top of the key to Porter. Pass deflected away into the hands of Wembanyama, and the Spurs control. Victor, big stride down the lane, kick to the right corner. Barnes a three. No good off back rim, and Claxton threw Wembanyama to the ground with a foul on Nick Claxton.
Wembanyama got the rebound, dribbled it down. If you didn't realize he was 7'5", he dribbled it up and snapped it to the corner like with an inside-out pass that point guards don't do particularly well. Wow, that was impressive.
And Barnes missed the shot.
But it was a hell of a
push. He has 4 assists in the game. Averages almost 3 a game. Barnes beats Wembanyama, got shouldered to the ground by Claxton and a foul on Nick.
Claxton knew that play was coming. He got burned on that side out of bounds earlier in the game. And
he won't get fooled again.
Well, he got fooled into a foul. He was trying to be physical on Wemby.
Fox inbounds to Barnes. Feeds at the rim. Castle's spinning layup won't go, but a foul is committed again by Brooklyn. Claxton just picked up another foul. That'll be his 4th. Oh, excuse me. Wait.
What do we got here?
It's his 6th. Yeah.
They got 2 in that possession.
2 quick fouls, and he's done with 11:16 to go in the 4th. Claxton's night is over. 24 minutes, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 fouls.
Yeah, but not the type of foul. You have 5. The coach is trusting you to be out there, and you don't get a pushing foul. Shoving a guy.
Castle's free throw is good. I'm going to say that's one of maybe 2 or 3 times you've seen a guy foul out for Brooklyn this year. Haven't really happened much.
No, it hasn't.
Castle's free throw off the back rim, no good. Sharp with a rebound.
But Day'Ron Sharp are trying to utilize these minutes and go hard and set good screens like he did just there.
Driving layup by Zaire Williams won't go. San Antonio with the rebound they're running. Castle whips across court to Fox. In the corner, Champagnie a 3, and it's good. The Brooklyn native with his 6th 3. He's got 24 points. And the Spurs out to their largest lead of the game.
That was impressive. It just kind of hook pass across court by Castle. Fox just dropped it back, knowing he had a hot hand behind him.
26-point lead for San Antonio. Clowney feeds a cutting Sharp, soaring into Wembanyama. The layup is good. A foul is called against Victor Wembanyama.
Good pass, good feed, good attack. And again, Day'Ron Sharp understanding to get to the body of Wembanyama. Don't give him any space. And he actually drew the foul on Wemby.
So Sharp with a chance at a 3-point play as Wembanyama picks up his 4th. Free throw is good for Day'Ron. 110-87 San Antonio. Minute and a half gone in the 4th quarter. Wemby out top. Bounce pass into Castle at the rim. Layup won't go. Defended well by Clowney. Nets have it on the black going right to left. Clowney out top on the left wing. Zips it across to Porter. Porter working in the paint. Lob it at the rim. Sharp brings it down. Splits defenders, and he got fouled.
They got Wemby on that one, I think.
That's his 5th. See if Mitch Johnson keeps him in. Looks like he is. Probably would eventually start taking him out anyway in the second of a back-to-back.
Sometimes it's important for a coach to show trust in a player to say, hey, listen, you know the situation. Got to be smart now.
Clowney out top. Gives right Porter. A long 3. Missed it to the right. 30-footer. But Sharp with a rebound. Feeds a cutting Traore who lays it in. Spurs trying to answer back. Fox fast down the lane, going to the rim. Blocked from behind by Sharp. Picked up by Zaire Williams. Ahead to Traore. Gives left Porter. Around Wemby, who didn't want to get his 6th. Missed a layup. Saved by Castle. And the Spurs break out. Wemby throws it ahead. Fox on the run. Caught under the basket. Back it out Wemby. Foul line. Down low to Champagnie, who lays it up and in.
How about that? I mean, just Victor Wembanyama starting the break, finishing it with a pass. Good activity, though. Nets going a little bit harder now. Sharper with Sharp.
Sharp right of the lane against Wemby. Bumping with him. Turns. Shot blocked. Goes out of bounds, and it will stay with Brooklyn. With 9:18 to go in the 4th. 112-89 San Antonio. Luke Cornett now will come in for Wembanyama, who sits down with the 5 fouls. Victor, 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. Wembanyama's only been held under 23 times this year. One of them was last night. It looked like it might happen again tonight.
Well, it's still impressive, though, all the things he does, and he doesn't force the issue of trying to score. The way he led the break, the way he intimidated in the paint. Come on.
In the lane, Porter got stripped out of bounds. It'll stay with Brooklyn. 4 to shoot. Inbound to Porter. Right corner, step back, right wing 3. Short, no good. Traore got the rebound away from Cornett. Throws it off his leg. Saved on the far side by Porter. Traore now has it. 8 to shoot. That was a good hustle rebound by Traore. Going to get in the lane with a teardrop. It's no good. Sharp the rebound, puts it up and in.
Again, both of those players I think have been impressive. 10th rebound for Sharp. What a second chance opportunity. Again, and that's how they've scored with second chances.
Harper feeds Cornette, rolling into the paint. Bottled up by Porter. Missed a tough shot. Rebounded by the Nets. Traore up the left side. Crossover, cut off by Harper. Gives it up. Sharp's got it top of the arc. Hand back Porter, circling left. In the paint, lobbed it over the head of Sharp. Hit off the backboard. Spurs get it off the Carom. In the front court, Vassell. Hands back to Paul Harper. Out of the right wing to Vassell. Back to Harper straight on for the Spurs. Hand back Vassell. 12 to shoot. Out of the right. On a drive. Harper. Wow, reverse is good. He went around Clowney. 114-91 Spurs. 8-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
Impressive play. Good attack. Little stampede on the catch reversal.
Traore working in the paint. Floater off the rim. No good. Rebound scooped up by Cornette for San Antonio.
Good look by Traore there. I like the way, he's probing in the paint. Making good
Harper
decisions.
left corner. Shoots the three. Missed it long. Porter with a rebound. 23-point Spurs lead. A timeout here called by Brooklyn. 7:36 to go, fourth quarter. Spurs 114, Nets 91. And we're back right after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
The Brooklyn Nets and 11 Sports Media have teamed up to launch the Brooklyn Nets Small Business Partner Program, giving New York businesses the chance to collaborate with one of basketball's most iconic teams. From game day branding at Barclays Center to high-impact social media and exclusive networking experiences, this is your shot to shine. Secure your spot for the upcoming season now. Type Brooklyn Nets Small Business Partners into your search engine or find it on brooklynnets.com. That's Brooklyn Nets Small Business Partners.
So, should we split the bill?
But math is the worst.
Not all math, because with New York Lottery's extra multiplier scratch-off games, you can multiply your winnings up to 200 times.
Wait, multiply my winnings?
Yeah, you take your winnings, then multiply those winnings up to 200 times.
So all of my winnings times 200?
Yeah, that.
Oh. I've always said math's the best.
Play for chances to multiply your winnings 30, 50, up to 200 times. Prizes up to $5 million. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Have you ever wondered what it's like beyond the seats at Barclays Center? Well, now's your chance to step into the action with Barclays Center Tours. Explore exclusive spaces, walk the same halls as the players, feel the buzz, and watch the team warm up next to the court. It's your all-access pass to the home of the Brooklyn Nets. So don't just watch the game, live it. Go behind the scenes and experience it the Brooklyn way. Book your tour today at barclayscenter.com/tours.
Hi, this is Danny Wolf. You're listening to the Brooklyn Nets on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and the free Odyssey app.
Hey, Net fans, your Brooklyn Nets go head-to-head against the Memphis Grizzlies on Monday. That's March 9th, Monday night, March 9th, right here at Barclays Center. Catch the action live. Get your tickets at brooklynnets.com or via Ticketmaster. Ja Rule in attendance tonight, getting shown on the big board.
Nice.
7:36 to go in the fourth quarter. Spurs 114, Nets 91. I know you're a big Ja Rule.
No, I like Ja Rule.
You know, you turned me on to Olivia Dean.
Yeah, really good.
So I like this singer-songwriter named Sam Fender. You ever heard of Sam Fender?
No.
They have a duet. They have a song together, Sam Fender and Olivia Dean.
I have to hear that.
Yeah, check it out.
I've got to DJ a party this weekend, my first DJ gig. I've been working hard on a playlist.
Is a paid gig for you?
No.
You just didn't want to spend money on a real DJ?
No, they messed up on getting a DJ. So now you're ready.
Here's Traore working right. It's not a wedding or anything, right? Here's Clowney at three, and it's good for Noah Clowney.
That was really good execution of an out-of-bounds, after a timeout. That's how you want to be crisp. That was beautiful.
114-94 Spurs, 7:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Are you going to have, the turntables going?
No, just a playlist, but it's working a lot of different stuff.
Backdoor dunk for Vassell off a pass from Cornette. 116-94 Spurs, under 7 to go in the fourth. Traore right of the lane, hooks it across Gilman. Give it out top of the key to Sharp. Sharp hands back Traore. Coming left down the lane, floater in the air, no good. Rebounded by Cornette.
Hey, I like the shots he's taking though in the paint, those pull-ups.
Left side, a three, won't fall. Rebound goes out of bounds.
So Lindy Waters.
Save.
Oh.
And now Spurs with it. Carter Bryant's got it. Lindy Waters the third has checked into the game. That would be the triple Lindy. Vassell, right wing three, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Yegor Gilman.
With Rodney?
Mellon, we need you.
The triple Lindy.
Straight on, Gilman a three. It's good for Yegor Gilman. His first made three in a timeout called by San Antonio.
That's good to see from Gilman. You don't see him handling the ball as much. I remember in the beginning of the year, he was at the point that time off the dribble into it, but the triple Lindy the third, the triple Lindy.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
6:08 to go, fourth quarter in Brooklyn. Spurs 116, the Nets 97 on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
Hi, it's Sal Licata here for CertaPro Painters. You know, my home is a very happy place, especially when my wife is satisfied. And while that's not an easy thing for me to achieve, my friends at CertaPro Painters had no such problems. Big jobs, small jobs, the good folks at CertaPro Painters are at your service. If you've been putting off a painting project, give them a call at 1-800-GO-CERTA. That's CERTA with a C, and you'll see exactly what I mean. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your free estimate online at CertaPro.com.
If you're tired of dealing with dummies every time you shop for a car, I get it. All the games they play, the back and forth, it's brutal. Well, the team over at Route 22 Toyota seem to have it figured out. There are real people who have made the entire process of buying a car simple and that smart. Plus, they're easy to get to, right on Route 22 in Hillside, New Jersey, and they're always on the money with incredible deals on their huge selection of new and used Toyota. So remember, if you're tired of dealing with dummies, get over to Route 22 Toyota and experience the smart way to buy your next vehicle.
Just thinking about how prices have gone up stresses me out. Everything's too expensive.
Yeah, but it's all good.
What's your deal?
What's my deal? I saved at Metro by T-Mobile with no activation fees. And I got 4 lines for just $25 each.
Wow.
And 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G. And no ID required.
Get that more for your money feeling. Only at Metro. Visit your store today. Just bring your numbers. Not available if you've been with Metro or T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
It's the season. We're not talking about basketball or hockey. We're talking about slip and fall season. Snow, ice, and poorly maintained walkways can lead to dangerous situations. The Rothenberg Law Firm is there when things take a wrong turn, like your ankle. The Rothenberg Law Firm has been fighting landlords and building owners for over 55 years. We've won and collected billions for our clients. Let us help you. The Rothenberg Law Firm. Stay safe, New York.
Hey, this is Michael Porter Jr. You're listening to the Brooklyn Nets on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and the free Odyssey app.
It's Carnival. Come celebrate Brooklyn's Caribbean community on Tuesday night, March 10th, right here at Barclays Center. Your Brooklyn Nets will tip off against the Pistons, and there'll be food, music, DJ Capper, and fun. Get your tickets now at BrooklynNets.com or via Ticketmaster.
I'm absolutely serious. I have to make a playlist. I'm making a playlist. I got to impress my daughter and her friends.
Oh, that's on Senior Day.
Yeah, a little party after.
There's Senior Day coming up on Saturday. Can't believe 4 years have gone already.
Well, same thing with Christopher, right? Your son.
Here's Harper, backdoor to Cornette. Cornette battles up. It won't go, but a foul on Wolf with 5:52 to go in the fourth. 116-97, Spurs on top.
I mean, time flies all the time for you, right? But when you think about when your children go from their first day going to college and how emotional that was to now they're getting ready to graduate, it's amazing.
As Cornette's free throw is good, it's funny, and too, it also represents, when they get out of college, it's kind of like, out on their own. They'll still be living in the house probably for a little while, but I heard somebody say the other day, as a parent, you go from being the director to the audience. as the free throw is good by Cornette.
When they come back?
Yeah, like you were doing, just as kid, when you're a parent, you go from being a director in your kid's life, and then at some point you become part of the audience.
I like that.
Here's Wolf taking it down the lane, throws it at the rim, it won't go. Cornette with a rebound. Lindy Waters up the right side of the floor. And Jordan McLaughlin is coming to the game.
Former net.
Yeah. In the corner it goes.
Good closeout.
Waters. Kick it back out to Carter Bryant. Bryant left of the lane. Puts up a 20-foot fadeaway. No good. Rebounded by Wolf.
Best individual defense we saw all night. Guys closing and keeping the ball in front. Finally.
Front court, Wolf on the drive. A lot of contact. Floater rolls in, and a foul is called. It'll put Danny Wolf at the line.
It's a great example of Yegor Djoman's ability to kind of feel the game in that possession. He had the ball in the middle of the floor, got into the paint. He didn't know that he knew Danny Wolf was trailing behind, but he get a crossover and just paused just enough for Danny Wolf to fill it and then get fouled.
And we're going to see the Nets debut of Josh Minot, wearing number 00 for Brooklyn. Minot had been playing with Minnesota and then Boston. Free throw good by Danny Wolf. Minot out there with Abaji, Jalen Wilson, Wolf, and Drake Powell. Harper in the front court, the right wing to Waters. Hands back Bryant. Back to Bryant, goes inside to Cornette. Cornette bottled up, right of the lane, circles back out to the foul line. Hands back out to McLaughlin. 3 to shoot. The floater left of the lane. Banked it in for Jordan McLaughlin.
How about that? Again, even these reserves, they play the game the right way for the Spurs. That ball was popping around the floor. Hot potato passing.
A lot of time in the G League and the preseason roster with Brooklyn a few years ago.
Yeah, but he's made a nice name for him, playing with the T-Wolves for a few years, right? He's did a good job.
Wilson, a deep 3 on the left, and it's good for Jalen Wilson.
He has a knack for coming off the bench and knocking down threes. And, he sits there a long time, but his ability to shoot deep threes.
36% this year from 3.
Yeah, he's gotten better and better at it. And these are, again, he takes a lot of them, just being cold off the bench.
He's had over 103 attempts this year.
And he shoots a lot of them significantly behind the three-point line. That deep range. He's improved at it.
Wolf, played by a reaching McLaughlin, hands it back. Drake Powell, 8 to shoot, crossover. Right of the lane, jump pass to the corner, Minot, back it out. Left wing, Wilson, another deep 3. Wilson! Jalen Wilson with 2 threes in a row. 120 to 106 San Antonio, 3:40 to go in the fourth.
What if Tom Hanks was ever listening and he'd get fired up?
Get excited.
Yeah, maybe.
Harper splits the defense, gets to the paint, kick it to Bryant around the right to Waters. Waters a 3. It's good. The triple Lindy. 123 to 106 San Antonio, 3:28 to go in the fourth quarter.
That is such a good call. Lindy Waters sounds like a country music star.
Oh, as Powell tried to pass to the right, nobody near it. It ends up in the third row. Timeout called by San Antonio. We let out a whoop because we thought somebody was going to get hurt.
Yeah, no, that thing had some heat on it.
Good thing they were paying attention there. Nobody was checking their Instagram. We get a timeout. We'll keep it here. 3:20 to go in the fourth. 123 to 106. San Antonio on top. Yeah, you're posting your picture to the gram. Whop.
You get hit in the head.
And then you become a viral video.
Wow.
That's the way to keep people off their phones courtside. You don't want to become a viral video.
By getting hit in the nose and just splattering.
Hey, good to see our friend Mason Plumlee now, a member of the San Antonio Spurs. He got let go by Phoenix, picked up by San Antonio, and he'll be a good guy to have around the team as they make a championship run.
Another big that I see on the bench right now is one of your all-time favorites to broadcast, Bismack Biyombo.
One of Bob Murphy's favorites.
Yeah, give me a little of that, will you?
Oh, Bismack Biyombo.
To Jose.
Bismack Biyombo, followed by Jose Oquendo. 3:20 to go in the fourth. 123 to 106. San Antonio on top. Nets will be right back in action tomorrow night in Boston. Take on the Celtics. San Antonio gets a day off in New York, and they'll play the Knicks on Sunday. A couple of days off.
Corliss Williamson on the bench, too, for the San Antonio Spurs.
Great Razorback.
Anyway, remember how big and strong he was? He's one of the few guys that's gotten leaner after his career. Looks good. Different
He's
version,
another one
man.
of those guys that was so highly, was one of the players of the year in college basketball. You didn't know what position he was in the NBA.
About 6'5", right?
Well, yeah, he's like a 6'5" power forward. As the Spurs took it over, mine not working. The lawnmower got fouled by McLaughlin.
That's his nickname, right?
Yeah. Because once you start him, he keeps going. Once you pull the cord, he keeps going.
Well, I just got to have him make a shot so you can do a natural call.
Yes. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Abaji up top to Wolf. And, he takes the handoff. Give it to Minot. Right wing three. No good. It was short. Wolf for the rebound. Wolf. Cross court to the right. Abaji a three. That won't fall. Just grazed the rim. McLaughlin with a rebound. McLaughlin out of the left side. Bryant to Waters. Back around top. McLaughlin's got it. Carter Bryant on the drop. Turned it over. Deflected away by Minot. Long lead ahead. Abaji got stripped by McLaughlin, and then last touch by McLaughlin. 2:24 to go. 123-106 San Antonio.
San Antonio is going to be a threat in that Western Conference, Chris. They I know second game of back-to-back. At times they weren't so dominant tonight, but they've got a lot to work with.
Could be a number one seed, only 2 games behind the Thunder. Right corner three, no good from Minot. 123-106 San Antonio. 2:18 to go in the fourth.
And the amount of bodies down for the OKC Thunder, right? I mean,
last night they sat everybody.
Everybody, right?
In a loss. As Harper out of the left side is up in the corner to Kelly Olynyk, who's in the game. Guy who's been around. Here's straight on three. Waters. And there's another triple Indy. With 2 minutes to go. 126-106 San Antonio.
Mellon, right? Mellon.
That's great. I just watched that not long ago. It was on again. Old school. Back to school. Back to school.
How about Sam?
There's Wolf. Goes spinning down the lane. Stripped and fouled by Lindy Waters, the third.
How about Sam Kinison in that?
Early, one of Robert Downey Jr.'s first films.
Oh, that's right.
And who's the guy, the blonde guy that always played a great villain? He was in The Karate Kid, and he played in that.
Yeah, who was that?
Billy Kepka. I think it is. Kepka or something like that.
Yeah.
The guy plays the
stuff
Karate
like
Kid.
that. Yeah.
Free throw by Wolf, no good, off the front of the rim. Always played like a 1980s, college teenager bad guys. William Zabka, that's it. Look at Danny coming in from out in left field with that one.
Nice job, Danny.
Free throw good by Wolf.
That's a big contribution.
Danny Ginsberg, our engineer.
Nice job.
I don't know if I've ever heard his voice during a game.
Yeah, never before.
Contribute strong, though. Usually we like quiet engineers unless they've got something to add, and he brought it.
He brought it right
There's
there.
Harper, left wing three, no good. Rebounded on the run by Danny Wolf.
Kind of like Cuckoo's Nest when Chief said juicy fruit.
Wilson, a three from the right wing for Jalen Wilson. Another deep three, 28-footer.
I told you, he is really shooting the basketball.
126-110 Spurs. Minute 12 to go in the fourth. You slipped that one in about Chief getting in juicy fruit.
Yeah, how about that? Right. You don't hear it all the time.
There's McLaughlin. Powell defending him. Step back three, no good. Rebounded by Abaji for Brooklyn. Under a minute to go. Nets down 16. Wilson out top. Bumping with Harper. Gives it up. Wolf dropped it off between his legs for a Wilson three. Off the heel, no good. Rebounded by Carter Bryant.
That would have been nice, right? That would have been a nice little highlight in a tough game.
Who do we see doing that all the time? The Thunder, right?
Yeah.
Carter Bryant, 10-footer won't go. Wolf's got it.
Hartenstein.
Wolf behind the back dribble, taking it inside on a right-hand scoop. Rimmed out, no good. Wow, that would have been a highlight. Spurs get the rebound, and now McLaughlin will walk into the front court and dribble out the shot clock. Wolf went behind the back and missed a tough scoop layup. Spurs will take a shot clock violation. Jordy Fernandez with a hug of Mitch Johnson at midcourt. Coaches embracing. Nets will have to inbound for the final 1.1. As they get it inbound, the clock counts down. The Spurs with a wire-to-wire win, their 11th consecutive victory. 126-110 the final here in Brooklyn. And we'll come back after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming in the Brooklyn Nets app.
What if you could feel every pass, every shot, every moment of the game? One Court devices help fans who are blind or low vision follow live NBA action through trackable vibrations and audio commentary. Ticketmaster has teamed up with One Court to provide devices at Brooklyn Nets games at Barclays Center. When you're coming to the game, devices can be found at Guest Services, located just outside Section 12 on the main concourse.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
Nets fans, when decided to take a charter bus, there's only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel has the highest level of charter bus service in New York City. Has been servicing New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 30 years. They offer premium customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate travel experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call them at 212-206-6974. Brooklyn, how you feeling? Don't get benched by illness or injury. Book at-home urgent care at DocGoNow.com. DocGo On Demand is in-network with major insurance plans, bringing you the same high-quality medical care as a walk-in clinic at about the same cost. When your home team needs an assist, book an on-demand house call at DocGoNow.com. DocGo On Demand, urgent care reinvented. This message is sponsored by Ambulance by DocGo, the official ambulance service of the Brooklyn Nets, New York Liberty, and Barclays Center.
Hey, this is Dayron Sharp, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the free Odyssey app.
Justin Champagnie, the Brooklyn native, led the way with 26 for San Antonio, including 6 made threes, as the Spurs win their 11th consecutive game. A 126-110 victory over Brooklyn. We will have our post-game show coming up. We'll get to your comments and questions on Twitter, X, at BKNets Radio. We'll hear from Jordy Fernandez. All that coming up on our post-game. It's next, right here on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
Brooklyn Nets basketball has been presented by Barclays Bank, powering possible, and brought to you by Ticketmaster, and by All-in-One, official medical billing services partner of Barclays Center and the Brooklyn Nets. Stay tuned for the Brooklyn Nets postgame show coming up next.
At NYU Langone Health, we know there really is no place like home. That's why we get our surgery patients home faster and have fewer readmissions than any other health system. That means once you're home, you won't need to go back for the same procedure. Instead, you can get back to the things you love. And the next time you need something else, we're here. Better health starts with a better health system. Learn more at nyulangonehealth.org.
Everybody knows Town Fair Tire is New England's largest name brand discount tire dealer, beating all the local competitors with our guaranteed lowest prices. And now, with over 120 stores throughout New England, we beat all the competition, including the warehouse clubs, the online sites, and the local dealers. Yes, we beat them all with the absolute guaranteed lowest price on name brand tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
I'm a 100% kind of guy, so I got Verizon Fios. It's 100% fiber internet because I do everything at 100%.
What game should we watch?
100% of them.
She hits a
penalty kick.
out of the park.
from way downtown for a
beautiful shot onto the green.
You either have 100% fiber internet or you don't. Get Verizon Fios. It's super fast and reliable with ultra low lag. It's 100% or nothing. Call 1-833-VERIZON to switch today.
It's Dunkin's World and you're living in it, which means breakfast is easy and costs $5 with Dunkin's $5 meal deal. You get 6 crispy hash browns, a wake-up wrap, and a medium hot or iced coffee, whatever your mood calls for. Bring your friend, your brother, your mother, your cousin, or just bring yourself, because at Dunkin', they make deals for everyone. Get Dunkin's $5 meal deal only at Dunkin'. No substitutions, participations and times may vary. Offer prices varies in California and Hawaii. Limited time offer cannot be combined with other offers. Exclusions and terms apply.
It's time for the Brooklyn Nets postgame show. Here's Chris Carino and Tim Capstraw.
Spurs 126, the Nets 110. Nets dropped to 15-43 on the year. Spurs, who sweep the Nets, their 5th consecutive win over Brooklyn. They improved to 43-16. They pulled to within a game and a half of the OKC Thunder for the top spot in the Western Conference. Victor Wembanyama held under 20 points for just the 4th time this year. Had an impact in other ways. He did have a couple of steals, a couple of blocks. He had 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 12 points. But he impacts the game in so many ways. I mean, you could see the Nets just deterred from getting to the rim time and time again.
Or taking a shot if they got there, right? They'd get there and say, nah, it's not worth it. There's no stat for that, right? There's this intimidation, but he can do that. He changes the game. He impressed me by a lot of in-between plays he did, like going foul line to foul line, handling the basketball, and then spraying it around. He is just, he's a complete player, a team player. They got a nice group here in San Antonio. They got a legitimate chance to do something special.
Stephon Castle at 18 points. 26, though, for Justin Champagnie led the way. Nets were led by Michael Porter Jr., 25 points, a season-high 14 rebounds in the game. Did have 6 turnovers. Yegor Doman had a career-high 9 assists, despite the fact that he only took 3 shots, finding a way to impact the game even when he wasn't scoring.
Yeah, good job by him. I mean, he was able to do some things and got to the paint and sprayed it around and found guys. Solid job. I like the way Traore played for big portions. He ends up only 5 of 14, but he started the game off really effective, getting the spots, navigating around the screen, and making some quality plays. But he's just got to get a little more consistent in that pull-up game.
All right, let's hear from Nets head coach Jordi Fernandez.
I don't remember right now in the first half, but we made the point. I think it was 8 turnovers for 13 points, I believe. So that was poor on defense, on offense on our side, and then defensively, 21 free throws and 9 made threes in the first half, and that's when they took the 15-point lead. Ended up losing by 16. I thought we fought in that third quarter, cut it under 10, made it a game, did a lot of things better, like fought longer rebounds, took the challenge, but then couldn't close it. So you have to play very well against a team like this, one of the best teams in the NBA, one of the best teams in the West. I like the reaction, but I do believe we can be better than this, and that's the message: is work to be better, be ready to compete. We're not wasting opportunities. Every single game out of the last 24 has to be played with intention.
Is it fairly impossible to really, simulate or prepare for the length that Wemby has until you actually are
there's
on
only
the court
one.
with it?
I mean, there's a lot of drills that we do that obviously, you'll see the concepts, and the players knew that, how they play, and they want to let you get into the paint and fan out, and we go out there and shoot 3 threes and 7 mid-range shots in the first quarter. So that's just lack of intention and concentration. Credit to them. Our guys didn't understand what this team is about, and if they don't understand, it's at the end of the day, I'll take it as my fault, right? Because we try to send a message on how we want to do things. But then after that, the second quarter we do better. Come out of the third, we did good. And always in the fourth, for whatever matters or counts, the guys fought and didn't give up. And that's also meaningful for us. So, very special player out there. You said it. I don't think you can replicate that.
You did end up with 54 points in the paint, which is the most in, I think, 5 or 6 games. Do you feel like after that first quarter, at least, you found the balance more so of attacking the paint and knowing kind of when to challenge Wemby and Luke at the rim after that first quarter?
Yeah, and I think the second chance points, they scored 25. I don't know how many of those are in the paint, but if you fight for seconds, you give yourself a chance. They're out of plays, they're trying to block shots, and then you come up with second chance points. So there's different ways to do it, and for sure is being aggressive and with intention. And I think when we did it, like you said, we found good things.
For Yegor, obviously it's difficult with Wemby down there kind of clogging up the paint, and he had 9 assists to 1 turnover, which is good, but only 3 shot attempts. Just what do you want to see from him to get a little bit more involved in the scoring attack?
Yeah, be more aggressive and find those shots early, like pushing, obviously the unselfishness, I really like it, because the 9 assists and the potential assist, that would have been probably plays that he didn't take himself. But I would like to see how many points he was responsible for, right, or potential points. So, do I want to see more shots? Yes, but if he gets 9, almost 10, that's pretty impressive. So, got to watch the film again. In a perfect world, probably I need him to take more than 2 threes and more than 3 shots. But also I can tell you that I really like how he shared the basketball.
Jordy, what was the lesson in pulling Yegor off the court in the first quarter, and did he respond in the way you were looking for?
Yeah, it was. I was trying to bring him back to be the point guard, and I think I did to start the second. I didn't want to pull him that early, but he was involved in a few defensive mistakes. So, at some point I got to hold him accountable, trying to explain what I need them to do better. He was great. He owned the mistakes, and he's ready to go back there. And I thought he had some really good rebounds. I just need him more on point with knowing personnel, who's a good shooter on the court, backdoor cuts, all that stuff. So, and I know and believe he can do it. So, that's what I come from.
For Nolan specifically, what did you see from him in terms of his timeliness on his floaters and how he's able to get it above Wembanyama's big wingspan in a timely manner?
Yeah, I don't know what his percentages and floaters are. I know some of them look good and went in, but at the end of the day, like 5-4-14, probably we need him a little bit better than that. And I like the 3 assists to 1 turnover. So just keep being aggressive. Nolan touches the paint so many times, and he disrupts so much because he's so fast. And again, I don't know exactly because I have to rewatch the film, but his trending is, everything he's done so far is very positive. This team is a challenge. They're very good defensively, top 10 on offense and defense. So far I like what I've seen.
For Michael Porter Jr., the last game he mentioned about how he needed to play better. You could tell that he was in that attack mode and he was able to, have double figures in the rebounding game. But when it comes to his game, what do you want to see from him, especially when he's taking on physical teams like this, about getting to his shot, but also slow, being patient with his game as well?
Yeah, 22 shots is good, I think. He disrupts so much. Maybe what I would like to see less is 6 turnovers to 1 assist. And right there is maybe some of those is he just, sees 2 bodies in front. He kicks it, he cuts, maybe he gets a layup, somebody gets a layup. So I have to watch it. I don't know. I think he was aggressive. He played well. He saw the ball go in. He's got to keep shooting for us. I believe how good he is every time he shoots. Whether he makes 0 or makes all of them, I don't care. I know it's going in. So today I like the rebounding better. 14 rebounds. That's the Mike that I know and the Mike that the team needs. And we move on to the next one. So it's an exciting game tomorrow, and I know the whole team cares, and you just got to go out there and fight and be 1% better.
Thank you, Jordy.
Yep, thanks.
That is Nets head coach Jordy Fernandez. Spurs beat the Nets 126-110. We'll get to your comments on X at BK Nets Radio as our post-game coverage continues from Brooklyn right after this on The Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
The Brooklyn Nets and 11 Sports Media have teamed up to launch the Brooklyn Nets Small Business Partner Program, giving New York businesses the chance to collaborate with one of basketball's most iconic teams. From game day branding at Barclays Center to high-impact social media and exclusive networking experiences, this is your shot to shine. Secure your spot for the upcoming season now. Type Brooklyn Nets Small Business Partners into your search engine or find it on brooklynnets.com. That's Brooklyn Nets Small Business Partners.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
Did you know you've got McDonald's in your pocket? No, not that ketchup packet you forgot about. I'm talking about the McDonald's mobile app. Yes, you're carrying around all your McDonald's favorites, and with the app, they're only a few taps away. Download the McDonald's app today to get free medium fries at $2 minimum purchase when the Nets opposing team misses one free throw in the fourth quarter during home games. And don't forget about that ketchup packet before Laundry Day. Offer valid limited time only through net season participating McDonald's. Valid the day after opposing team misses one free throw in the fourth quarter during home games. McDonald's app download and registration required. Have you ever wondered what it's like beyond the seats at Barclays Center? Well, now's your chance to step into the action with Barclays Center Tours. Explore exclusive spaces, walk the same halls as the players, feel the buzz, and watch the team warm up next to the court. It's your all-access pass to the home of the Brooklyn Nets. So don't just watch the game, live it. Go behind the scenes and experience it the Brooklyn way. Book your tour today at barclayscenter.com/tours.
What's up, y'all? It's Nick Claxton checking in, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets Basketball on The Fan, 101.9 FM and the free Odyssey app.
Carter Bryant hands back. A charging Castle soaring through with a two-hand slam. And a foul is called against Brooklyn. Wow. Fox on the move. Spinning down the lane. Scoops it around Traore and lays it up and in. And Jordy Fernandez wants a timeout. Hands back to Paul Harper. On the right wing to Vassell. Back to Harper straight on for the Spurs. Hand back Vassell. 12 to shoot. Out of the right. On a drive. Harper. Wow, reverse is good. He went around Clowney. Dylan Harper, the hometown kid, coming back. Spencer on X at BK Nets Radio. We knew the Nets would have their hands full against a very hot Spurs team led by Wemby and rookie Dylan Harper. When MPJ is off, the whole team's off. Nets just get outplayed. Applaud the third quarter effort. I don't know if I'd say that Michael Porter. I mean, you know, he wasn't efficient. 9 for 22, but I mean 14 rebounds, 25 points. I wouldn't say he was off.
No. In fact, he was making some shots that we hadn't seen him make in a while. Those tightly contested threes. He had it going for a while. Understanding it, 9 of 22 is not bad. He's going to be a volume shooter. He's got to be for this net team.
Spencer contributing Rafer Alston, New York City point
very
guard.
good, very good.
Skip to Mylou.
Skip to Mylou's son is a terrific junior in high school right now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't remember where Rafer played high school. I know he was like a playground.
He might have been Cardozo with Ron Naclario.
Was Rafer at Cardozo? That was Royale Ivy was at Cardozo.
I gotta make sure.
John checked in. John Misciata checked in. Kenny Anderson came a few years after Pearl.
Thank you.
Pearl was born of a great trio of senior point guards, including Kenny Smith.
Yeah, we said that.
Malloy, Mark Jackson of Laughlin. We were talking about that. They were all three were seniors together. And we talked about Bishop Laughlin on display tonight. Julian Champagny having a big game. 26 points, made 6 threes in the game. Let's see here.
Alston did go to Cardozo with our guy, Ron Naclario, winningest coach in New York basketball history.
Crazy, right? John Strump checking in with us. Didn't have high expectations for this game. But he said, with children, you direct them for 18 years, then become a landlord trying to collect rent from video playing freeloaders.
He never lets me down.
Thank you, John. Good talking to you guys last Sunday as well. Todd Barilla on Twitter. Also talked to Todd when we took calls last Sunday. Spurs are a legit championship team for sure. Very deep, like the way Traore and Wolf attack the rim. Don't get discouraged when they miss or get blocked. I wish Clowney would do the same thing. He seems discouraged if he misses one. I agree with you, Todd. I think that is an issue with Noah Clowney. I think he does get discourred easily.
Yeah. Or he shows it. The problem is he shows it. His body language, you want aggression. He began the game knocking down threes, but you'd like to see that attack. He has the ability. He has the size. I'm with you. I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him keep the ball in front of him better, too. People drive it right by him.
126-110, the final. Spurs with the victory. Their 11th consecutive win, now a game and a half out for the top spot in the Western Conference. We'll come back. We'll look ahead for Brooklyn, see what's next as we continue with our post-game show right here on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is redefining the rehabilitation experience. Whatever your age or medical condition, Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center will be there to nurture your body, mind, and spirit. Their award-winning premier facility provides you with an unsurpassed level of care. Whether you need short-term or long-term care or 24-hour nursing services, Downtown Brooklyn Nursing and Rehabilitation Center is there to put you and your loved ones first. Call 718-636-1000 to schedule a tour today. That's 718-636-1000.
Injured? Don't be a whiner. Call me, Attorney Mark Miner. I'm Mark Miner, and I have over 30 years of experience handling personal injury cases. If you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, don't whine. Call 1-800-LAW-LINE. You can trust that the personal injury law firm of Zalman, Schnurman, & Miner will treat you with respect and fight for your rights. Don't whine. Call 1-800-LAW-LINE for a free consultation. Our goal is to transform your pain into payment. If there is no recovery, there is no fee. We handle all type of accident cases and value the opportunity to help you. The sooner you call, the better. If you are injured, call 1-800-LAW-LINE so we can discuss how to transform your pain into payment. Don't be a whiner. Call Zalman, Schnurman, & Miner at 1-800-LAW-LINE.
Zalman, Schnurman, & Miner, personal injury attorneys.
Don't whine. Call 1-800-LAW-LINE. That's 1-800-LAW-LINE.
Tellers is not just a chop house, it's an institution celebrating more than 25 years of excellence. The one-of-a-kind setting, Tellers was born out of a historic bank with soaring 25-foot ceilings that set the stage for an unforgettable dining experience. Their culinary team elevates progressive takes on the classics while letting traditional chop house fare shine, built on USDA Prime 35-day dry-aged beef. Experience Tellers, an American chop house. Reserved now at tellerschophouse.com. That's tellerschophouse.com.
Hi, this is Noah Clowney, and you're listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball on the Fan, 101.9 FM, and the free Odyssey app.
Take a look at the upcoming schedule, brought to you by Ticketmaster. Experience your Nets live with Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Brooklyn Nets. Nets will be up in Boston tomorrow night. 7:20, we'll get on the air with the pregame show as they take on the Celtics. Celtics coming off a West Coast trip, a 4-game West Coast trip. They lost last night in Denver. They had won the first 3 games on the trip, though. Wins against Golden State, the Lakers, Phoenix, and then losing at Denver in the final game of the trip. They are currently in second in the Eastern Conference, 5.5 games behind Detroit. And they have a game-and-a-half lead on the Knicks for the top spot in the Atlantic Division and for second place right now. But the Celtics certainly have been without Jason Tatum, who apparently is back practicing right now, just 9 months after an Achilles tear. They are one of the big surprises, I think, in the NBA. I think teams, I don't know if anybody expected them to be 38-20 without Jason Tatum.
No, this is really incredibly impressive job by the team, by the coaches. Remember early on, I said, well, it's a gap year for them, right? They're going to take the year off. They lost their star player.
Similar to what Indiana has done.
Yeah, Indiana's really gapped. They've gapped it. But Boston didn't do that. They were ready to play. Joe Mazzulla deserves a ton of credit. And
And Jason Tatum is playing like an MVP this year.
Oh, Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown, excuse me.
Yeah, now
Playing like an MVP.
and Peyton Pritchard is now he's back to the bench. But they just play good basketball. You're right, but Jaylen Brown's taking it to a whole nother level.
Vucevic now with them. Always been a net killer, and now we'll get Nikola Vucevic playing for the Celtics. Tomorrow night we get on the air at 7:20 with the pregame show. Spurs beat the Nets 126-110, 26 for Justin Champagnie. Wembanyama, who a lot of the crowd came to see, 12 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists in 26 minutes. And I credit him. It's been a long year. He's had some injuries, but second of a back-to-back. Knowing you got a full house of people that want to come see him, he was out there and played hard for San Antonio.
The attitude and approach of Victor, nobody ever questions that. He's just been unfortunate. He had that injury last year, but he comes to play ready every single night.
Yeah, but you think about it, like when you're talking the days of load management, a guy like him,
you don't hear that much
against a team like the Nets. Like this would have been a night you keep him out. But being on the road, he had a full house, sellout crowd here at Barclays Center, and they got a chance. Maybe didn't see him at his best tonight, but they certainly did see him.
And they certainly appreciated it. And you know what was striking to me was the pregame. It's going to start building a little like Steph Curry, how many people come and surround the court while he's working out.
He is a marvel when you see him walk out there for the first time.
Yeah, he is.
See, he signs his autographs now with a little alien.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. He draws a little alien. So now people, back there, nobody wants autographs anymore. They want the photos. They want photos. They want selfies. Take a selfie, or an ussy, as they said. In
the other thing, Wembanyama takes a long time to write.
Well, but I think he just draws a little alien.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
See, when Nikola Jokic had him sign his All-Star jersey, and he made sure he just signed it. He goes, no, you got to sign that. You got to make the little drawing that he does. Become a thing now.
You know what I love?
Victim of his own success.
Yeah, you ever see that clip when it's the All-Star game and he comes in the locker room and Jokic sees him reading a book?
Yeah, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Reading a book.
I read every game before every game. Jokic is shaking his head.
Give Jokic the racing form. Nets got a double-double tonight from Michael Porter Jr., 25 points, 14 rebounds. Also a double-double from Day'Ron Sharpe, 14 points and 11 rebounds, 4 assists. I like Day'Ron Sharpe attack when he was on the floor with Victor Wembanyama.
He didn't shy away, and we've said that all year long. We like his intensity, his focus, his determination. He has been impressive in attack mode. Again, second chance points is the area the Nets were best, and nobody does it better than Day'Ron Sharpe getting on the glass.
Reminds me of a song, Carly Simon.
What's that? Nobody does it better?
Nobody does.
What else
didn't
did I
sing
have?
tonight.
You didn't say.
Nobody does.
I gave you a Paul Simon opportunity.
You did. I didn't go with it.
Still
crazy after all.
Still
these
shooting
years.
after all these years. That was Harrison Barnes.
Still different. Spurs win at 126-110. We'll put a wrap on things from Barclays Center right after this on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app.
So, should we split the bill?
But math is the worst.
Not all math, because with New York Lottery's extra multiplier scratch-off games, you can multiply your winnings up to 200 times.
Wait, multiply my winnings?
Yeah, you take your winnings, then multiply those winnings up to 200 times.
So all of my winnings times 200?
Yeah, that.
Oh. I've always said math's the best.
Play for chances to multiply your winnings 30, 50, up to 200 times. Prizes up to $5 million. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Nets fans, when decide to take a charter bus, there's only one choice. That's Best Trails and Travel, New York City's premier charter bus company. Best Trails and Travel has the highest level of charter bus service in New York City and has been servicing New York's leading corporations, professional sports teams, and private individuals for over 30 years. They offer premium customer service and the newest fleet of buses in the industry. Whether you're traveling with family, friends, or colleagues, Best Trails and Travel guarantees you the ultimate travel experience. Visit them at besttrailstravel.com or call them at 212-206-6974.
At Barclays Bank, we're all about powering possible, turning insights into action, and goals into growth. We've worked with thousands of companies and investors, helping them navigate change with integrated financial solutions that deliver real results. From launching global IPOs to financing the ESG transition. With us, change isn't a challenge, it's an opportunity. Barclays, powering possible.
Brooklyn, how you feeling? Don't get benched by illness or injury. Book at-home urgent care at DocGoNow.com. Doc Go On Demand is in-network with major insurance plans, bringing you the same high-quality medical care as a walk-in clinic at about the same cost. When your home team needs an assist, book an on-demand house call at DocGoNow.com. Doc Go On Demand, urgent care reinvented. This message is sponsored by Ambulance by Doc Go, the official ambulance service of the Brooklyn Nets, New York Liberty, and Barclays Center.
Hi, this is Danny Wolf. You're listening to the Brooklyn Nets on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and the free Odyssey app.
Spurs win their 11th consecutive game as they beat the Nets 126 to 110. 26 from Justin Champagnie, leading the way for San Antonio, the Brooklyn native. I called him Justin again. I've been calling him Justin all night. It's Julian.
Yeah.
It's the twin.
There you go. Yeah.
I apologize to the Champagnie brothers.
Well, the one brother wouldn't have minded. He had a great game.
The guy I keep calling Justin? Yeah,
yes,
Julian.
Julian would have been
Julian had a great game, 26 points, 6 of 9 from 3, as the Spurs win at 126 to 110. What do you point out?
Oh, they just had, if people come and shoot after the games and stuff. I just saw the worst shot I've ever seen. This guy with the three-point, that thing went, oh my God.
I'm sure it was still a thrill for him, though.
Ball's still rolling.
We'll talk again tomorrow night, 7:20 with a pregame show, me and the Capper. I want to thank the great Danny Ginsberg, our engineer, also contributing on the William Zabka that we were looking for. Thanks to Nick Scarlatos back in our studios. For the Capper, Tim Capstraw, I'm Chris Carino saying so long from Brooklyn. You've been listening to Brooklyn Nets basketball here on the Fan. Sports Radio 101.9 FM and streaming on the Brooklyn Nets app. Good night.
Brooklyn Nets basketball has been presented by Barclays Bank, powering possible. Brought to you by SeatGeek, Verizon, Maimonides, and by Webull, official online brokerage partner of Barclays Center and the Brooklyn Nets. Stay tuned for the Brooklyn Nets postgame show coming up next. Talk sports with Evan and Tiki. Middays 10 to 2. WFAN. WFAN FM. WFAN FM HD1 New York. An Odyssey sports station.
Do you want gig internet for $50 a month? You got it. Because now Spectrum is offering fiber-powered gig internet for just $50 a month. Really? You can get smoother streaming, gaming, and working with the fastest and most reliable internet. All with advanced Wi-Fi, so your whole home is covered. Spectrum fiber-powered gig internet for just $50 a month. Want it? Visit spectrum.com/get50 to learn more.
When your kid's sick, you do what it takes. You wouldn't wait around for months and months for test results or to go see a doctor. But that's exactly what the state of New Jersey expects parents and schools to do. State tests are in April. They don't give us the results until October. There's no excuse for it. We're calling on state leaders to fix it, and you can help. Join us at wakeupcallnj.com.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your Nature Made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
What's up, little psychos? I'm Investigator Slater, host of the Psychopedia podcast. Psychopedia is a true crime podcast delivering raw, real, and absolutely gripping episodes every single week. I dig deep to uncover fascinating details of heinous true crime cases while exploring criminology and psychology theories. I take you into the absolute darkest corners of the human psyche, my favorite territory, and present cases like you've never heard them before. Follow and listen to Psychopedia everywhere you get your podcasts.
Things people don't believe in. Little green aliens. Bigfoot. and that Spectrum TV combines all your favorite streaming apps with live TV at no extra cost. But that one is actually true. You get over $100 worth of streaming apps like HBO Max, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock, AMC Plus, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
It's Chuck Devine with SnowCountry.com. Sponsor your job on Indeed. Get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today. Still reveling in this week's deep, fresh powder that pummeled our neighborhoods. Did a pretty good job in the mountains, too, like at Shawnee, where they got 9 inches this week, or Camelback, or Mountain Creek, New Jersey, or Mount Peter in southern New York. They all got at least a foot. All 4 soft, powdery groomed trails day and night. It was 9 inches for Windham and Bel Air and the Catskills. Both those spots are 100%. Whiteface, the Olympic Mountain, got 1.5 feet of fresh snow since last Friday in the Adirondacks. So did Killington, Stratton, and Pico in Vermont. Groomer, Steeps, Moguls, and Glades all in tremendous shape. Southington and Mohawk both got a foot fresh in Connecticut from the storm, and so did Butternut in the Berkshires. Southington has the Vertical Challenge on Saturday, a free fun race with lots of giveaways.
You don't just ski or ride, you dominate. At Killington, we fuel your adventure. Be the beast. Ski and ride Killington.
I'm Jenna Fisher. And I'm Angela Kinsey. And we have the podcast Office Ladies. Every Wednesday, we'll be sharing even more exclusive stories and lots of laughs. Follow and listen to Office Ladies on the free Odyssey app and wherever you get your podcasts.
At LendSeek, we know running a business takes heart, hustle, and sometimes a little help. That's why we stand with you with our exclusive AI lending platform, connecting you to over 100 funders. If you've been in business for at least 2 years with a minimum annual revenue of $500,000, you can get up to $1 million in funding in as fast as 24 hours. No collateral, no prepayment penalties, no red tape. Apply today with no cost or obligation at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEEK.com.
Your official home to talk New York sports is WFAN. Call us anytime at 888-808-1019. The Fan, 1019 FM, and always live on the free Odyssey app.
Tommy Lugauer.
Start Dart.
I love Tommy.
No biggie.
Yeah, dudes, dogs, and damage.
I believe in positive Tommy.
Oh, I've been working nights.
They call me Tommy the Rationalizer.
We all know Tommy Lugauer is a generational talent.
It's After Hours with Tommy Lugauer on The Fan.
Say it, honey. All right, let's go. Tommy Lugauer. Loogie. Wasn't my best drum roll there. That was a weak drum roll. Let's try that again. All right, let's go. Tommy Lugauer. Loogie. Second time's a charm. 888-808-1019 is the phone number to call. We're talking chips and naps here tonight on After Hours. Let's start with the chips part of the program. And that, of course, is reference to Giancarlo Stanton. And it was revealed today that Stanton can't open a bag of chips because of the ongoing ailment of his tennis elbow. Well, luckily, Giancarlo Stanton doesn't have to open a bag of chips as a baseball player. I mean, he can at his leisure, but it's not part of his job. His job is to hit the ball very, very far. And when he's on, he does it as good as anybody in the sport throughout his career. This shouldn't come as any surprise. I get the opening bag of chips part is a good headline. Like, it gets people to say, oh, he can't open chips. He must be severely injured. This comes as no surprise because this is every spring training with Stanton. This is every baseball season with Giancarlo Stanton. He, like the rest of us, loves to take summer vacations and sabbaticals. He doesn't really play full seasons. So there's always something with him. There's always an ailment. There's always an injury. There's always a stint on the IL. It should come as no surprise when you hear that something is bothering him. But if you look at it as the Yankees should look at it, and if you're a Yankee fan, the way you should look at it is it doesn't matter how Stanton is feeling in late February. It doesn't matter if Giancarlo Stanton can open up a bag of chips in March or open up a bottle of soda in April. or crack open a bag of sunflower seeds in May. All that matters when it comes to Giancarlo Stanton is 1 month, and that month is October, where he is one of the great postseason performers in the history of the Yankees, which is a big claim, but the numbers back it up. That's his bread and butter. That's where the Yankees need him the most. When he is red hot, like he was a couple years ago, the team makes a run to the World Series. He is equally as important as Aaron Judge come October. Because in many ways, he becomes Aaron Judge, regular season Aaron Judge, in the postseason. That's why there should be no panic. There should be no worry of this, especially when the player's telling you that he can get out there, swing a baseball bat. That's all he does. He's not opening chips. If he said, I can't swing a bat, I can't play baseball, I have a problem doing what I get paid to do, then I would worry about it long term. But end of February, spring training, bag of chips. I wonder what kind of chips Giancarlo Stanton likes. I'm a jalapeno chip kind of guy. Really doesn't matter the brand. My wife can be a little bit picky with the brand. I don't care. Just give me a big bag of jalapeno chips and I'm happy. A sandwich, some chips. The problem I run into, and I don't know if Stanton is the same way. By the way, if he wants chips, how does he eat them at this point? If he can't open it. I guess you could take a scissor and open the bag up, or you could have somebody do it for you. But if you're craving chips and you can't open the bag of chips, how does one consume chips? I guess, like I said, with a scissor or somebody else can open it for you. But I'm a big jalapeno chips guy. The issue that I run into is that once I have one chip, I have 6,000 chips. And I'll just kind of machine gun the chips into my mouth. I do the same thing with French fries. I'm boom, 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 boom. Next thing you know, no more chips. And honey, we got to get more chips. And that's where you run into some problems because I already have what many say is a round face. And if I just stick that round face in a bag of chips, the face gets rounder. And then Winter Tommy arrives, and the internet is mean to me. And then I got to kind of get back into shape, Spring Tommy, which ultimately leads to Summer Tommy. But that's one of my Achilles heels, chips. So when I read this, I did feel bad from the point of view that if Giancarlo Stanton is as big a fan of chips as I am, this is a little bit of a hardship. But otherwise, no biggie, as some would say, because Stanton's role on this team is to mash come October. That's it. The Yankees are a 90-plus regular season team as far as wins, with or without him. That's just reality. He's not as important opening day to the final game as, say, Aaron Judge is. When Stanton needs to be unleashed is when all the chips are down, because he is one of the great postseason October performers in the history of the Yankees. So as long as he can grip and swing a bat, when we get to October, that's all that should matter. That's it. Because this is every year. It's Groundhog's Day with this guy. There's always something that he's dealing with. So it should really come as no shock or surprise that here we are, early stages, I would say, of who could even tell anyway if it's early stages of spring training. Spring training has gotten the waters have gotten so muddied with that because the baseball players get down there so early. Why? Because it's freezing, especially if they live in the Northeast, and they want to get away from the snow. I mean, we just had, 3 feet of it, and we'll be staring at it, I'm sure, for the next, 6 weeks. They want to get the heck out of here. So now this whole, pitchers and catchers report, in 13 days, pitchers and catchers have been in Florida since December. So it's really hard to tell where we're at in spring training, but I do know that we're, about a month away from opening day? Really, actually, I think right on the nose. So 30 or so days from opening day, this is typical Stanton. Can't open a bag of chips. I don't know what his range is as far as opening up a bottle of soda, because that would be unfortunate too. Now, Stanton doesn't strike me as a soda guy because it could be unhealthy, and he seems like a health freak. He's probably more of like a protein shake and a water guy. Now, that's another Achilles heel of mine is soda. I love it. But I do have discipline with it. Here's my stance on both chips and soda, actually, as I push the blame to my wife. If it's not in the apartment, I won't seek it out. Like, I won't go to the store, like a crazy man, and buy bags and bags of chips and bottles of soda. But if it's in the apartment, we got a problem, because I can't help myself, especially in the late night. It's after hours. I work till, 2 in the morning. I get home, it's 3 in the morning. I want a snack. So I open up the bag of chips, might even make a sandwich, which is doubly worse, because now you got the bread and that sits in your stomach. It's a whole thing. It's a whole operation. And then, of course, you got to wash it down with something. And who the hell wants to drink water when you're eating a sandwich and chips? Doesn't go. It doesn't go. That's why you non-soda people, I question you, because how the heck could you have water with, say, I don't know, pizza, hamburgers, and chips? I go Diet Coke, by the way. I like Sprite, too, while we're at it. But I don't mix in a Sprite as much, because to me, the Coke, it gives me the caffeine. Although if I drink caffeine past, 3 p.m., I'm up forever. It's like the movie Gremlins, where you feed them after midnight and you have problems. So if you give me caffeine at 5 o'clock or beyond, we got major problems. So I got to, kind of balance that. There are times where I'm just out and about, and I give myself a little pat on the back, and I buy myself a soda. And I say, I don't care what the heck, my round face, I'm just going to drink this soda because it's delicious. And if it's accompanied with the jalapeno chips, now we're in, food nirvana. Because the drink and the food go hand in hand. Where was I with Stan? I don't even remember. But the point is that when you have a bag of chips and you have a nice glass of soda or bottle of soda, a little bit on ice, whatever the case may be, it's beautiful. But Stanton doesn't strike me as a guy that would drink soda. He's too yoked and ripped for that. And maybe that's the problem with him, is that he's too jacked up. You know what I mean? He'll tell you that's not the case. He's had a great career. He could possibly hit 500 home runs, so who am I to say anything? Or who's anybody to talk about Giancarlo Stanton's weightlifting? If he wants to push plates, 80s for the ladies, I have no issue with that. And it's possible you'd have this tennis elbow stuff anyway, because just because you're jacked and you lift a lot of weights doesn't mean you're going to get tennis elbow. Now, maybe the weightlifters out there would tell me differently. I, for one, don't lift many weights anymore. In fact, I don't lift any weights. I'm more of a skinny linguine. I'm more of a lean cuisine. It's just easier that way. Lifting weights is quite difficult. Doing push-ups, brutal. Sit-ups, is there anything worse? I would say shoveling snow and doing sit-ups is probably the 2 worst activities I've ever done in my entire life. The worst. Even if you put a bag of jalapeno chips on the couch and asked me to do a sit-up to eat the chip, I wouldn't want to do it because it hurts. Now, would I want a six-pack? Yeah, but I often opt for the 6-pack of beer over the 6-pack, on my stomach. But such is life. 888-808-1019 is the phone number to call. We have a lot to get into tonight. We're starting off with Stanton, but we got Giants. We got report cards for the Jets and Giants. Aaron Glenn taking a nap at the Combine. My Islanders out of the gate, second half, huge overtime win. Matthew Schaefer, of course, the Prince of New York, had a monster game, made history. We'll get into that as well. There's a lot on the table here. 888-808-1019 is the phone number to call. Peter is in Babylon. Pete, what can I do you for?
How are you, Tommy? I love you, brother. Love the new show, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you, man. What's happening?
Let me start out with, I don't think at all that you're a mush to our New York Islanders, but I think you brought the positive Tommy to our New York Islanders. Don't listen to what these people are saying to you, brother. Positive Tommy all the way with our Islanders, kid.
I agree. And the early hate that I got, Pete, when they showed my video on the big screen at UBS, I think was so unwarranted, because I think Islander fans have been waiting for somebody like Positive Tommy for years. That voice, somebody to kind of lead the charge. And it's like, I never said the team would go undefeated. There's always going to be peaks and valleys. But at the end of the day, I stand by the Islanders are the premier hockey team in New York. They are the present and the future, led by a generational talent like me and Matthew Schaefer. And you saw it firsthand tonight. They're young, they're exciting, and they're a great team.
And haters are going to hate, brother. Haters are going to hate. And let me get to my second really good point.
Yeah, of course.
You know, you talk. Let me explain to you the difference between MLB, NBA players, and NHL players.
Okay.
Right? I had the
All right, so wait a minute. So we're saying MLB players versus the three other major sports? Is that how we're distinguishing this?
No, MLB and NBA.
Oh, got it. So baseball, NBA versus football and hockey. That's the sides here.
Correct.
Got
Even if you leave football, hockey in general, NHL. I had the pleasure this weekend. I'm down here in Miami. I had the pleasure of spending time. I was introduced. I'm a retired New York City fireman. I was in my Class A's. I won't get into why I was there, but real quick, I had the pleasure and blessing to spend time with the USA team. I was introduced to the team. I spent about a half hour with them.
Oh, really?
As a kid.
Wow.
It was one of the greatest nights of my life.
Very
I got
cool.
to be honest. And
yeah.
They're the greatest guys in the world to talk to and be around. But my point that I was getting to with the two different sports, you had a kid that had his teeth knocked out.
Yeah.
15 minutes before he scored the golden goal. And I spent time with him. I sang the national anthem with him. One of the most special moments of my life. And, I mean, these guys are just built differently, bred differently. And, congratulations to them, to let everybody know they are a class act, and I'm glad they're getting the recognition they deserve. They brought a lot to hockey with this big Olympic thing that we just went through, and they're a wonderful bunch of kids and guys, and God bless them all, and keep up the good work, Tommy. I love you, brother.
No, I appreciate it. Thanks for the kind words there, Pete. As far as everybody and for me, much appreciated across the board here. When you're talking about hockey and you compare it to or football, I mean football, it's just such a violent sport, and hockey, I would say, is even more violent. Now, hear me out. Football, everybody's trying to tackle each other. We know that. And that probably hurts a lot. But in hockey, you still get hit. Maybe not every second you're out there, every time you touch the puck. But that's what I'm getting at. There is a puck that's being hit that's going, I don't know how many miles an hour. And at any point, it can hit you in the face. Or a stick can hit you in the face. They have equipment that can hurt. Now, I'm not going to question any level of toughness across the board here with athletes. I think baseball players play day in and day out. I understand I understand baseball is you stand, you sit, you get to the plate, maybe you run, you go back and you sit, then you stand. You hope to run, but if you ground out, maybe you jog. And then maybe you jog around the bases if you hit a home run, and maybe you run if you get a triple, but then you stand again, and then you're sitting, you're checking out the pretty girls in the first row. I understand that, physically, you're not going to get, hit, although you could take a bitch off the dome that's 98 miles an hour. But you're playing 162. And that alone makes you kind of a tough guy, in my estimation. Mentally tough, if nothing else. So I think across the board, athletes are tough. It's just different levels of what your sport brings in terms of, in hockey, you're worried about losing some teeth. In football, you're worried about losing your head. And in baseball, you're probably worried about losing your mind, playing 162 games. 888-808-1019 is the phone number to call. Now, as far as Aaron Glenn, and if you missed it, it's all over social media. It'll be a big topic of conversation on this radio station for, I'm sure, the next 24 hours and beyond. But during the combine tonight, the cameras panned to Aaron Glenn, and by all accounts, it looks like he was taking a nap, sleeping on the job. Now, I understand that the combine is boring. If it wasn't the NFL, people would mock it all the time. But because it's football, and no matter what football does, we embrace it. If it was any other sport, we'd be like, what is this rubbish? It's a bunch of dudes in spandex running around. And nothing that's done on that field, and where is it, Indy, matters when it comes to drafting a player and what they're going to do in the NFL. I'm sorry. You don't measure a football player based on him running around a cone or throwing a football through a tire. You measure what they got, mentally, heart, physical attributes, and the tape on the field. That's what matters. You don't win Super Bowls on the combine. You don't go to Pro Bowls because of your combine scores. There have been guys that have had crazy combines that were total bust in the NFL. That being said, you got to know you're on television, and you got to be aware of your surroundings. So what Aaron Glenn did here is provide the world with another LOL Jets moment. Another embarrassing moment, another log on the fire, another example of why the Jets are the worst franchise in sports right now. In an offseason that has just been fueled with speculation, reports, mostly negative, about the team. I mean, they got a good grade on the report card today. I have no idea how it's even possible, but somehow they managed to get a somewhat passing grade. I think they were like 17th overall in the NFL. Oh, okay. But it's just another moment where it's ha-ha Jets. And this vision of Aaron Glenn, and I saw some people saying he was looking at his phone. If you watch the video, and I did several times, he appears to be out of it. And once he's on TV, he kind of has that reaction of a fella that was taking a little nap. Like we've all seen that. Like your uncle on Thanksgiving, you know, he goes on the recliner and he's had too much turkey and he's starting to go. He's starting to fade. And you go, hey, Uncle Louie. And he wakes up and he's kind of, where am I? Well, what's the score in the Cowboys game? That's what Aaron Glenn looked like. So I'm going to go with napping. You could go with looking at a cell phone if you want, but I think he was napping. So now we have Napgate. And it adds to just what has been a very hilarious, and not in a good way, not the good kind of hilarious, in the bad way for the Jets. All for the season they just had, where they didn't record an interception. They were one of the worst teams in football. Once again, not finishing over 500. Once again, not getting to the playoffs. And it is, in fact, open season on the Jets, but they're their own worst enemy. And you know what? When you are a team like the Jets, when you're a franchise like the Jets, the ball finds you. The ball finds you. Even if Aaron Glenn was taking a little bit of a cat nap, 5-10 seconds, just a little shut-eye. I'm going to take a little bit. I'm going to, as I would say sometimes, rest your eyes. I'm just resting my eyes. I'm not sleeping. I'm resting my eyes. Of course, the television cameras find him. And now, in the age of the internet, you know, it's everywhere. And it'll be everywhere. He's already got kind of that dancing meme, which went viral. Now he's got the sleeping meme. And it will kind of follow him as long as he is a bad head coach with the Jets. It's just kind of part of the territory. And if he was in fact sleeping, it's just a bad look. Not only is it just an LOL Jets, but it's a bad look. Like, you're clearly on the hot seat after 1 year. It was a disaster. At a lot of the season, you looked overwhelmed, overmatched. And now, at least based on the videotape, it looks like you're sleeping at the combine. When just, a day or two ago, you said your superpower was calling defensive plays, which makes absolutely no sense, because if it was your superpower, why weren't you calling plays on the defensive side of the ball last year? Why were you trying to hire Wink Martindale, at least, and everything fell through reportedly because of Woody Johnson saying to Aaron Glenn, and I'm paraphrasing, I pay you enough, you run the defense. If it was such a superpower, then why weren't you using that superpower last year? What's a superpower if you don't use your superpowers? Like, if I had a superpower, I would use it all the time. I wish I had the superpower of flying, because I would have been able to fly home myself from L.A., from Tinseltown, from La La Land, Los Angeles, the City of Angels, and I would have been here Monday night for my shift. So unless Aaron Glenn's one of these people that don't like using their superpowers, he, in fact, does not have that superpower of calling the defense or calling defensive plays, because he would have used it last year. But now we found he has another superpower, which is the inability to stay awake during his job, quite frankly. As boring as it is, believe me, I'm not suggesting that he was sitting there watching high-level entertainment. Nobody's saying that. The days are long. It's dudes in spandex running around. You're watching, hundreds of players? You're going to draft 7 of them, 10 of them, whatever it is. So it's not high-level entertainment. I understand that. But you have to be cognizant that there could be cameras on you at some point because it's a televised event. But the Jets just can't get out of their own way. They can't. And when you are in the situation that you're in, you don't get the benefit of the doubt. You know, if that was Andy Reid up there, he probably gets the benefit of the doubt. Or it's a little ha-ha, hee-ha moment and they move on. But when it's the Jets, and Aaron Glenn has been clumped into this because this is part of the vortex that you get sucked into with the Jets. And sort of the culture that exists, not only surrounding the team. We know the view that everyone has outside of the organization of what the Jets are. But also what's inside the locker room. And the Jets are trying to move on. They've moved on from Quinnen. They moved on from Sauce. Now they moved on from Jermaine Johnson in a trade today. And Muji's done a good job. I think he's actually been more than competent in trading these players away for assets. But that's only half the job. It's like getting a girl's phone number. Great. You got a girl's number. Now what? As Robert Saleh would say. I could have 10 girls' phone numbers, but if I'm a total, loser when it comes to trying to get women, the numbers are nothing. It means nothing. If I screwed up with a double text or I start talking about a relationship that I had before I even go on a first date with her and I scare her off, then that phone number means nothing. Same thing with a first-round pick or second-round pick or all these draft picks that you acquire. If you don't know what to do with those picks, or you don't do the right thing with those picks, or you don't get the right player or the great player with them, then it's all for naught. So Muji has done half the job. Now he's got to complete the job by executing when it comes to the draft. And we'll see if he can do that. Now, as far as Joe Schoen, I did see his report card today, and he didn't get a great rating, which, as you know, I gave him a B+. Clearly, the people that voted on this, the players that voted on this, did not agree with that. But I stand by it. I stand by the rating that I gave him, which was a B+. Let's go to Clay in Far Rockaway. It's after hours. Loogie in the late night. What's going on, Clay?
Hey, Tommy. I totally don't understand how you could still be giving Joe Schoen a B+.
Well, because it's my grade.
I'm saying the players totally disagree with you.
Well, but let me ask you this, Clay. What would I be? Like, who would I be if I allowed other people's opinion to sway my opinion? I have my opinion. I've stood by that opinion. The players have their opinion. That's their opinion. But what am I just going to go with the crowd? Like, this is my opinion. I think that you, Clay, and other Giant fans would think less of me if I backed down from my previous grade and my previous statements about Joe Schoen just because he got a bad grade on his report card.
I don't want you to change your opinion. I don't understand how you even have the opinion to begin with. Joe Schoen hasn't done anything really to deserve a B+ even by anyone. For example, like, he doesn't re-sign players. Like, right now, the whole season we had a chance to lock up Wanda Robinson before he got 1,000 yards, before he's going to be more expensive. Let's say by week 6 we could have given him a contract. Like every other team, you'll see them, they're making contracts mid-season, talking negotiations already. Joe Schoen hasn't done it to any single player who's been there.
Well, I never said he was perfect. I never once said he was perfect. And I do think that his early returns, like my grade of him early on, would have been way worse than that. But I'm looking at the totality of it, and I'm also looking at, Clay, the trajectory of this team, and I think it's a B+. Look, John Harbaugh decided to coach the Giants based on what? I mean, probably a lot of it had to do with the roster, did it not? I mean, he didn't just come here. If the cupboard was bare, he would not be the coach of the Giants.
The roster's not bad. The cap, we have no cap. But if by week 5, Joe Schoen was negotiating a deal with Wanda Robinson, he's not going to cost close to $20 million to bring back. It will be much better. And
yeah, well, he's probably going to be gone then, based on that. I mean, that's most likely going to be the case then. If it's too pricey, it's too expensive, they're going to have to move on from that.
Exactly, but we could have had it early on in the season if he was more competent of a GM.
Yeah,
and you can't say.
I don't want to make excuses for him, Clay, but I just think last year was the last couple of years was a total bleep show. Can I offer you this? Can I offer you something here? Is it possible, like you don't agree with my grade, the players don't, is it possible Now, we don't know the full extent of Shane's role here going forward, but is it possible that Harbaugh can bring out the best in Shane, and their sort of relationship, whatever it might be, might allow Joe Shane's strengths to be highlighted better because you have a CEO and Harbaugh is sort of overseeing, running everything, funnels up to him? Is that possible?
It could be with him being literally named basically a head scout with Don Aponte on top of him. If John Harbaugh really thought he was a B+, or anyone in the organization really thought he was a B+, they wouldn't have gotten Don Aponte to go on top and make him the third guy on the
of
list.
Course. Of course. Now there's a chain of command. That's fair. And now, but I do think, though, Clay, that Shane has done a really good job of drafting over the last couple of years. You're going to give him no credit for Dart? I don't think that's fair. Dable deserves most of it, but Shane deserves some of it. Tracy, Scatterbo, Neighbors, Carter. I mean, there's a lot to like over the last couple of years in the draft. And I think that might be Joe Shane's biggest strength. And that's where he's kind of been slotted here with the scouting. 888-808-1019 is the phone number to call. Let's go to Wilson in Roxbury. What's up, Wilson?
Hey, Tommy, how you doing? Hey, Tommy, before I get to my main point about the Giants and Jackson Dart, listen, Joe Shane can go to Aruba today, come back in September, and nobody will even notice that he wasn't in the building because he has zero saying in anything because he's horrendous at whatever he did. Him and Ryan Dable destroyed this franchise to a point. It was almost criminal. He's got a job because he's probably a nice guy, and Mr. Mara's health has a lot to do with it, and they needed a general manager just to call somebody general manager. This guy has nothing. John Harbaugh has his woman now working for him, and she doesn't even have to even talk to Joe Shane, which is embarrassing, by the way. But that's
Dawn Aponte. But I mean, she doesn't have to talk to Joe. I thought Joe more like went to her, went to Dawn, and then she went to Harbaugh. I thought that was kind of the chain of command there.
Okay, but if he was a real GM and John Harbaugh really, this guy, it wouldn't have been like that. Okay, he's there, but whatever, he's there, and I'm sure he's got some role, but he's not a general manager like the other 31 general managers. I don't know what the hell he is, but he's not. So listen, it is what it is, and hopefully, things will be better. But on the main point, right? I've heard a lot last year that the Giants were better than their record.
I believe they were. I believe they were.
Good. All right. So then now we have a top 5 coach. So if we don't make the playoffs, to me, barring crazy injuries, to me it will be a disappointing.
I agree with that.
Disappointment.
I agree with that.
And listen, I'm not as high on Jackson Dart as a lot of other people are, but listen, he's what we have, so I have to convince myself. But what will it take this year, right? Are you high on him?
Very high. Yeah, no, very high on Jackson Dart. Absolutely.
Okay, all right. So you're a perfect guy to ask you this question. What will it take, right, this year if he's healthy? If he plays, I don't know, let's say 14 games.
Okay.
What will it take for you to change your mind and to say, you know what, maybe we have to go in a different direction? What will it take? Because that's a fascinating question. Because I don't believe in this kid as much as other people, but
you know what, Wilson, I think it would be where I would start to get a little concerned with Dart is and I don't think I think it was totally overblown. But if you're going to tell me another year and he doesn't play a lot of games, although you did say 14. I am so confident in Jackson Dart, if he plays close to a full season, that he's going to be great. So I'm not thinking about it in terms, and I wish I could just answer your question, but I don't like the idea of the negativity of it. Like, I'm not looking to get off of Jackson Dart. Like, I think he's the next great quarterback in the NFL. I believe that. But to the first part of your point, yes, it would be a major disappointment. And my floor for the Giants next year is 10 wins and a playoff appearance, because I feel like with Harbaugh, with Dart, top 5 pick in the draft, a roster that was way better than they performed last year. So I trust now the head coach and the coaching staff to get the best out of these players. At least from my point of view, I would think the honeymoon would be over if the Giants fall short of that. Certainly if they don't make the playoffs. Just in my view. That the honeymoon period would be over. Because I expect results right out of the gate. This is not a rebuild, in my opinion. Like, I feel like the Giants have been slowly, quietly rebuilding.